I hope I'm live. I hope I'm live. I'm just gonna check on my phone. This is my first time going live or anything. Um, one sec while I check. I am live. All right. I don't know how to change the thumbnail. I'll figure that out for next time, but I'm hoping I'm doing this through StreamYard, so I'm hoping it just uploads to my channel right after because I don't know. I mean, this is my first time, so I guess I'll figure it out. Um, yeah, here we are. We're gonna do a tier list. Ow, I just hit my foot. We're gonna do a tier list for basically the best 21. I've just found this tier list. It's 108 players. I'm not gonna go in depth on all these players because I don't want this to be a 5 hour stream. You know what I mean? But it's the greatest football players of the 21st century. 108 players. So we have quite a few players to get through. I already looked at it. I'm pretty sure I knew all the players. I know enough about all the players to give a pretty accurate representation of give a very accurate list. Now, these are all great players. Keep in mind, these are all great players, but there's levels to greatness. There's levels to how good you are. So just because I put them in top players, some players will go in the top player category, doesn't mean they're trash. You know, it does not mean that at all. So as we see on these tiers here that we have, um, so GOAT is I'm gonna define kind of all these tiers that we have here. Um, GOAT, I'd say, excuse me, GOAT, I'd say, I think we could only put one person there in the GOAT tier. Um, I think we know who that'll be, but I know we know. I mean, we'll get there when we get there. The greatest in their positions, like these are the players who aren't like it says that as I think we could probably only have one player from a certain position in that category. So like we cannot have multiple goalies in there. We can't have multiple central midfielders. We can't have multiple strikers. I think the tier list kind of defines itself. And then from there, one of the greatest in their position. So, for example, I'm not gonna spoil or anything. We're gonna get to it, but you guys kind of get the gist. Legendary players, and then you have top players. Top players, I think the top players one, kind of like the F tier of this list. It's kind of like I'd put it as you're not exactly a legendary player. You're not. People will remember you, but as a great player, but people won't remember you like they do the players above you. You may be a club legend, but are you a football legend kind of thing? Are you a legend of a league, or are you a football legend? You know what I mean? At least of the 21st century. So we got a lot of players to get through. No one's really viewing right now. That's why I hope this uploads to my YouTube channel. Maybe some people will view it. Who knows? But yeah, let's get into this. I'm just gonna start from the top, no specific order. Um, Pirlo. Let me actually define one more thing. So for players, we're gonna go down here. For players like Cafu, who had careers in the 90s, we're gonna take that into account. We're gonna take that into account. Any of their accomplishments throughout the entire career. So if they're on this list, a lot of these players did play a good amount in the 21st century, whether it was in the early 2000s. We're going to take into account what they did in the 90s as well. Because if we don't take into account what they did in the 90s, some of these players who deserve to be higher will be just in the top players category. So let's just take everything. I guess the category for this is you basically retired in the 21st century. That's kind of like the criteria, if that's fair enough. But yeah, let's just get into it. Pirlo. Now, 100%, I know we can't put Pirlo in the GOAT tier because only one person can be there, and it's surely not Pirlo. Greatest in the position, you could see the guy next to Pirlo if you could see him on the screen. Wink, 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 wink. So we can't put Pirlo there. When I think of the best midfielders of all time, honestly, Pirlo gets into my top 5 usually when I'm debating it in my own head. You know, World Cup, Italian legend, Serie A legend, played for all the big teams in Italy, always performed for them, won a Champions League with AC Milan, took Juventus to a Champions League final. They lost, but it was against MSN. He was much older at that time too, so he did a very good job at even performing at that level at the age he did. Then he went to the MLS. Great career for Pirlo. I'd put Pirlo in the legendary players category. That's very fair. 100% a legend. We get to the next guy. And Iniesta, man, if there are certain players in football where I wish they were, from the countries I supported. I wish they played for my club. Iniesta is a player I would have loved to see play at Bayern. I mean, oh my God. This guy, he is the best midfielder I've ever seen. Hands down. He is the best midfielder I've ever seen. And for the stats merchants out there, screw you, because it's not all about stats. And people will always say, well, look at his stats, look at this. I don't care. I don't care. He is the best midfielder of all time. Sure, maybe Iniesta isn't the most complete, but you don't have to be the most complete midfielder to be the greatest midfielder of all time. Sure, he lacked in the defensive side of things, but bro can control a game, carry the ball, his close range dribbling, his first touch, one of the best first touches in football history. His croqueta, multiple time Champions League winner, 2-time treble winner, 2-time Euro winner, World Cup winner. Scored the winning goal in a World Cup final. He's a clutch player. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, if you don't think Iniesta is the greatest midfielder of all time, I don't know what to tell you. So Iniesta goes right there. Here's the thing about Di Maria. So, to Di Maria's name, he has a Champions League with Real Madrid, scored it in the final. Let's not forget, scored in the final. Did he? Wait, did Di Maria score in the final? Let me check that. He did, right? I'm not tripping. Real Madrid versus Atleti 2014. Champions League final. Can I get the goal scorers, please? Match, kit, summary. No, he didn't. He shot, and Bale. I remember now. He shot, and Bale got the second goal. So okay, he won the Champions League. He didn't score in the final. Doesn't matter. He performed well in that final. Come the end of the game. He left this tough stint at United. I mean, Van Gaal. We know from the last World Cup, Van Gaal, and even in the days of Riquelme, Van Gaal. He has something against Argentinians. He has something against South Americans. Let's just put it at that. He's probably Argentina's most clutch player of all time. Let's be honest. He's probably Argentina's most clutch player of all time. The World Cup really boosts his status. Scored the first goal in the final. But I don't think that, he may be like I said again, he might be an Argentina legend, but is Angel Di Maria a football legend? I have a tough time putting him on my football legend, so I'd put Di Maria in the top players category. Robin. Now, we'll get to another player on this list which will justify Robin's position, but Robin was special. One of the only players where you know what they're going to do. You know what Robin's going to do. Every player that has played against him he's going to cut in on his left foot. He's going to shoot. He's going to do it every time, by the way. He'll go to his right foot 3 times in a game. The other 97% of the time, he's going with his left foot. But you still could not stop this guy. Mastery of... It's like the quote, I do not fear a guy who's practiced 10,000 different kicks. I fear the guy who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. That's Robin. That is the definition of Robin as a player. He's got you a treble. Really, I think he was kind of like the first right-sided inside forward slash right winger, because he wasn't just your stereotypical winger to, you know, dribble, create chances, create assists. He was the type of guy where he's shoot first. If Robin has a chance to shoot, even though he gets slided to a striker, whether it was Mandzukic, Lewandowski, or back in his Chelsea and Real Madrid days, he's gonna take the shot. So he was really one of the first right winger slash right forwards, right inside forwards. But as much as I love Robin as a Bayern fan, he scored a winning goal in the Champions League, don't get me wrong, but he missed two huge chances in the World Cup final. In the year previous to the Champions League, where Bayern lost at their home in the Allianz, he missed a penalty during the game to seal the game off. His stint at Chelsea was good. Didn't have too much success at Real Madrid. His career is really defined at Bayern. And let's be honest, he only won one Champions League at Bayern. So this is tough because I'm winging this, guys. I'm winging this. I haven't thought about this previously. Okay, Core, you want to join? Core, how do I share a StreamYard link, bro? Core, I don't know how to share a StreamYard link. You guys, how do I share a StreamYard link? I need to. Oh, let me invite people. All right, got you. Copy. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. Oh, Facebook. Oh, shoot. Okay, guys, how do I post this link? I need to get this to Core. I'm trying to figure out, since I already started the stream, I'm trying to figure this out. Crap. I should have just sent this to you before, Core, just in case you were awake. I know you're on the West Coast. Let me copy. Core, what's your email? Core, drop your email in the chat if you're still here. I think you are. It says you're in the stream. Core, drop your email in the chat so I can email this to you right now. Yeah, just Core, hang tight. I'm gonna continue with the list. I'll check back to see if you've added your email in the chat. But Core, drop your email in the chat, bro. Drop your email in the chat. This is gonna get posted to YouTube, so anyone who is watching, Core and I will probably be doing a post match on the Bayern Union Berlin game tomorrow. No, we'll definitely do that because me and Core, we haven't got together and talked about Bayern in a while, so we got to talk about Bayern. So Core, drop that email in the chat. I'm gonna send you the link. I just realized I'm talking too much. We're only 3 players into a 108 player tier list, so let's go. So we were on Robin. I have to put Robin in one of the greatest in their positions. I have to put Robin there. No, you know what? No, in my opinion, he's the best right winger slash right forward ever. I think his impact on the field, he was always constant impact. Constant impact. He was a legend on that. People feared this guy all the time. Now, there's other right wingers in this list that people fear. Don't get me wrong, but maybe that's my bias, but I don't care. This is a dictatorship over here. Robin is the greatest in his position. Ashley Cole. I'm trying to think, out of the players on this list at left back, let's go down here. Let's check it out. Because I'm gonna say something about Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole is one of the best, if not probably the best defensive left back of all time. Ashley Cole was a menace. And the problem with Ashley Cole is that because being a good in the time he played, in the time of his peak, because being a good defender was, there was tons of good defenders back there. Because there were so many good defenders back then, he was kind of just seen as one of the top defenders, nothing special, when really he was something special. Because as we see with fullbacks now, most fullbacks can't defend for crap. They really can't. And if you're asking me who I take as a left back over the other left backs in this list, I'm pretty sure Marcelo's somewhere in here. Yeah, I see him right now. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I think Ashley Cole is the better left back because I'm not taking into account just trophies won and everything. I'm taking into account who you were as a player, who I prefer. Objectively, I think when you make a tier list about football players and rank them, you have to look at their football ability first. And for a guy like Ashley Cole, this guy was not just a bum going forward too. He had impact going forward on the field. I'm sorry. Not sorry again. I'm putting Ashley Cole in the greatest in their position category. I rate that guy that highly. Yeah, Core, what's your Gmail? Drop your Gmail. I could Gmail you. Drop your Gmail in the chat. Or drop it to me on Twitter. Let me check my Twitter if you've messaged me. Send it to me on Twitter if you want. I'm gonna send the link to you. Yeah, just give me your Gmail either way. I'll get it to you right now. So yeah, Ashley Cole, left back. What did you say about Ashley Cole? Yeah, Benzema. Benzema. I am not going to be fooled by Benzema, guys. I'm going to be 100% honest. I am not going to forget how, okay, he was great at Olympique Lyonnais. He went to Real Madrid, had a great season there at the beginning. He was kind of a side chick. Like, he did play a role in the 3P Real Madrid teams. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to act like for 4 or 5 years, Real Madrid were trying to replace this guy with Robert Lewandowski. I'm not going to forget how Lewandowski was linked to replace Benzema for 5 years straight. All right, Core, I got your Gmail. I'll send it to you right now while I'm talking about Benzema. I will not forget that Benzema was linked to replace Lewandowski for 5 years straight. I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to forget that, guys. I don't think you guys should be able to see my Gmail right now. Okay, perfect. But Benzema is one of those players where he's not your out and out striker. You know what I mean? He will drift into the wide spaces. Actually, let me get this link out to Core. My boy Kofi. Kofi Kingston. Core, are you Kofi Kingston? Your African brother Kofi. No, actually, do Jamaicans count as Africans? Core, let me know when you get in here. Core, I sent the message. Get in here, Core. I sent the message. I sent the message, Core. Get in here. But yeah, I'm not gonna be fooled by you guys. He sold his soul for that Champions League. That run he had, don't get me wrong, it was amazing. But he sold his soul because you guys, he looks like a drunk, deadbeat uncle in Saudi. Is it Saudi Arabia right now? Benzema, great player, had a great career at Real Madrid, one of their top scorers of all time. But there's a guy in this list who trumps him as the greatest in that position. But Benzema is one of the greatest strikers of all time. The only thing, you know what? No, I'm sorry, guys. If I'm going off my own criteria, I have to put Benzema in legendary tier because in order to be in those GOATs greatest, I need World Cups too. I need World Cups. I need international impact. And Benzema, because of some other reasons, doesn't give me that impact. Doesn't give me that impact. Oh, there's Core. Core. Let me. How do I add you onto the? Oh, okay, there we go. Here. Core. What's up, bro? Can
Yo,
you hear
what's
me?
up? What's good, man? What's good? Yeah,
Okay,
I can hear
okay,
you clear.
Core. We have 108 players to get through, bro. So, do you agree with what I have so far?
Who's I can't see the picture well. Who is in the greatest in their
Okay.
position?
So we have Iniesta
Mm-hmm.
at we have Robin and we have
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Cole.
Okay.
Okay. Do you
Um
agree with those?
I'm I'm a very controversial type of guy, but
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
know,
be
Core. We
honest.
know this. I know this.
I think Modric has to be greatest in their position
Modric?
over Iniesta, yeah. Iniesta was good. I'm not saying Iniesta wasn't good, but I think if you're gonna as good as Iniesta was, I just think that the Barcelona system helped him more um, to become a better player than, let's say, if you look at someone like David Silva, he has the
Okay.
same exact traits that Iniesta have. You see,
Yeah.
but my problem with Iniesta is it's not really about. For me, I look at it in terms of achievements. What have
Okay.
you done achievement wise? And this man, he sold against Roma. He sold against Juventus. He sold in like times where Barcelona really needed him the most. So
Which Juventus game? Are you talking about the Champions League final?
no, the quarters,
When was that? I'm trying to
2017.
remember.
Remember when they were three
Oh,
zero down? Yeah,
oh yeah. But remember,
yeah,
he was a lot older. He was a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
older.
Yeah.
He was kind of
He
no,
he was
he wasn't
older.
that
Yes,
old. He wasn't that old though. People say he was old. He left to Japan when he was like 33. Modric was hitting his prime at
and
33.
and then we also forget that he was also part of the team that lost that Chelsea beat in 2012. He was also part of that team. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like like this guy, man. I know you guys are saying, but man, when the tough time came, this guy, I'm sorry, man. I didn't see him, bro. He
Okay, let
ghosted.
me just pull up. Since we got to him, let me just pull up Modric right now. Okay,
Yeah.
let me just put Modric and Iniesta here.
Yeah.
So we're debating right now Modric over Mod. So basically, this would be like the greatest in like the number 8 position we're talking about.
Yeah. For me, it has to be Modric, bro. It has to be Modric.
Okay,
Because
okay. I
bro,
think I see your point because
mhm,
Iniesta's lows and embarrassments aren't as bad as Modric's lows and embarrassments.
embarrassment. No, no, no. But let's be honest. I think that system that Del Bosque and Pep had really protected him. If it wasn't for those guys, I'm telling you, like I don't think Iniesta is the same player. He's a good player, don't get me
Okay,
wrong.
cool. So okay, hold on. So you're saying at the same. Let's talk about 2008 to 2015. That's kind of like Iniesta's peak
Mhm.
years.
Yeah.
You're saying if we put him in Fergie's Manchester United, we're saying if we put him in Bayern's,
Mhm.
Bayern, Jupp Heynckes' Bayern,
Mhm.
you're saying that what in Mourinho's Real Madrid team, you don't think he performs the same.
No. He only fits
That's
in a
so
certain
tough.
system.
That's so
He's
tough.
I'm not saying he's not a good
What's the
player.
system? So are you saying you need for Iniesta? Are you saying he needs the DM and he needs the Xavi type of player? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes, he needs a DM like Busquets. He needs players that are supporting cat like for example, uh Racket to choose a box to box. He
Yeah,
they support him when he's pushing forward to move the ball forward.
but
But with Iniesta, like
isn't that the point of
I'm not
midfield?
saying that he's
Isn't that the point of a mid of a isn't that the point of a midfield unit? Like all the players help each other out. I don't get that point. Like
yes,
the point is a mid. But
yes,
are you
that
saying
is
that Iniesta
that
was
is
more reliant than the other players?
I
So
think Iniesta
are you
was
saying
he
are you trying to say Iniesta needed Xavi more than Xavi needed Iniesta? Is that what you're saying?
I think Iniesta needed Xavi more than Xavi needed Iniesta.
And the same with
I
Busquets?
think even without if with that Barcelona team, even without Iniesta, I think they'd still do well because they had some pretty good play. Bro, you had Messi who could create out of nothing, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like
Okay, but
Iniesta is a Madrid player. You know
no,
that, right?
but
Iniesta is a Madrid
but
player.
back then Messi wasn't as creative as he became in like 2015 and after. He wasn't that he was a creative
No,
player,
but
right? But he wasn't the creative player he became later.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like I'm not saying Iniesta's not good. That's not
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I know. Like all these
Yeah,
players on the list are good. None of
yeah,
them are
they're
bad.
good. Yes. But my problem, this is my problem is you need to show me what you got when you're 3-0 down. When the things are going down and everything, where were you? You understand?
Okay, let's
Where
think
were
about
you
it.
to
Sure.
pick up your
Let's think
team?
about it. What were situations where they team needed Iniesta?
Was he in the Barcelona Arsenal Champions League final?
That's '06, right?
Yeah, was he in it? I
Let me look.
think he was.
I don't think he was a starter though. I think Xavi was a starter at that time, and Iniesta was still breaking. Let me search it up. Barcelona versus
Bro,
Arsenal 2006 UCL final. Huh?
just to
Was he?
let the chat
'Cause
know, I got some
I was only
credit.
okay. Here it is. Here it is. No, he didn't start. He wasn't a starter. He was still. Oh wait, no. Damn it! This isn't the starting lineup though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Look, let me tell you, even Tony Kroos, I think is better player than Iniesta.
Ah,
Serious. No, serious.
or
Like
that's
all around,
crazy.
bro.
That's crazy.
All around.
But
Bro,
what do you mean
like
all
my
around? Because
brother-in-law,
Cruz,
everything they even
but
say is
but
true.
what do you mean all around? Because Iniesta was much better in tighter spaces and a much better dribbler than
Hmm.
Tony Cruz was. Like, or
But
and has
but
been because Tony Cruz is still he's still playing well for Madrid. I think
mhm.
Modric is the guy that needs to be shipped off at Real
but
Madrid.
but
But
the thing is, with that Madrid team who won the three Champions Leagues, Iniesta has no room to get into that team. Like I'll be
you
honest with you.
you think but Core, but here's the thing though, when he
Mhm,
was still at Barcelona at that time,
mhm.
Iniesta was consistently dunking on that midfield trio in El Clasicos.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember, like he was scoring clutch goals.
That is league. There's a difference
Okay, so
between
you're talking
league.
about Champions League.
Champions League is why I the barometer of everything is Champions League for me. So if I don't see you perform in the Champions League, especially the knockout stage is more important than the group stage because there's been times where I'm just saying, again, for example, against Roma, he was nowhere to be found. He ghosted. Against flipping Juventus 3-0, he ghosted. Against Chelsea, nowhere to be found. He ghosted in that game too, you know?
Core, let's talk about Bayern 7-0. Let's talk about
Exactly. That's another one. Where was he?
okay, you're talking let's talk about Modric.
Okay.
What are his lows? Like what are times he didn't show up? I'm trying to think.
Modric Modric's lows, right? This is Modric's lows. Modric, the only low about him is he hasn't been able to win a World Cup for his country. But
But that's Croatia.
exactly, you get what I'm saying? That's exact. So we have to understand Croatia, right? Before Modric, they didn't have a lot of good players. You see, they had some two or maybe one good player or so forth, but like they are building a legacy with this team that they currently have right now. You see,
You're
and
That's because I think I saw the stat where I think
mhm,
because Croatia was like recently founded as a country, but
yeah,
I think I saw like he's played more than like 70% of Croatia's matches all time, which
yeah.
is that's crazy, bro. That's
And imagine you being the leading player to take your team to a final, and the next World Cup you go to a semi-final, bro. That's big. That's big. Like I'm sorry, bro, but that's massive, bro.
okay, wait. Okay. So,
And
bro,
you know Hokage. Look, that to me is more of a dud than Iniesta winning the World Cup. I'll be honest with you. You know why I'm saying this? Because with those group of players to go to a World Cup final, it's not that easy. It's
yeah, I
really not
mean,
that easy.
I feel like people don't respect that as much because they say people will like be football hipsters and say, "Oh wait, that Croatia team was actually good." They
No, no,
weren't. Bro,
no, no.
Subasic was a bum. He had,
Bum,
like, one
yeah,
good season at Monaco.
yeah.
Dejan Lovren was a bum.
A bum, yeah,
Uh, Vida, the other center back, the long hair guy, he
yeah.
was a bum, bro. He's a Turkish league bum.
Bum,
Shima
yeah.
Shima Vrsaljko, he had one good season and then had one
In
good World
Inter,
Cup.
and then he was nowhere. Yeah, another one.
Okay, Rakitic, we could say was quality at the time. Like, he
Yeah.
was, like, a world-class player, okay?
Mhm.
Mandzukic,
Mhm.
is a clutch player, but I would never say Mandzukic was ever one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah.
And Perisic, yeah, I mean Perisic was never
Perisic
been
was a
world
serious
class.
player.
But he's
Perisic,
never been world class. Perisic has never been world class. Can you agree with me there?
I don't want to say that.
Or was he
I
world
think
class at Bayern in that season?
for me, Perisic is a very serious player. You have
Are you
to,
saying he was world class at one point?
yeah,
When?
yeah.
When? The 2020
The
Bayern
the
or
the, the yes, 2020 Bayern.
he
Yep.
wasn't, bro, we made a mistake by the way, not signing him. We could have
This
signed
is
him for like
this.
bro, we could have signed him, I remember it was like
Mm-hmm.
14 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
14 million, but
14
Sally
million.
Salihamidzic, that bum. That bum Sally Salihamidzic, man. We didn't sign Coutinho and Perisic for cheaper fees, and we brought in Choupo-Moting, who's been a good servant, but Douglas Costa, Mark Roca,
Don't tell me
that
about Brentford.
bum Sar, bro. I can't believe Sar's still at our club, bro.
Look,
I can't believe
don't tell
that.
me about that brain fart. That brain fart.
You know, but yeah, as we were saying, people like to be football hipsters and say, "Oh, that Croatia team was actually really good."
Mhm,
Not compared to that, bro. If we're comparing the Croatia team to the Spain team, it's like
mhm.
night and day, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what I was trying to say. That's exactly what I'm like. I'm not discrediting Iniesta. I think Iniesta is a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's even
Obviously, he's one of the greatest. He's
yeah.
one of the
He's
greatest.
even for me a Madrid player.
What do you
I
mean by
see.
that? A Madrid player. What do you mean by that?
Like what I mean is he he there was a time where he wanted to play for Madrid, and Madrid actually wanted him. You see,
When was that? Is
it
that
was like before the Pep era started.
when he wasn't
Mhm,
really a starter yet, huh?
You see, and a lot of players, even in Madrid, and a lot of players outside have also said Iniesta is just a player who is just you know, he plays like a Madrid player, is everything, and I agree. But the thing is, like, sorry, man, when you don't carry a team in the Lions low 7-0 against Bayern, nah, bro, I can't rate you, bro.
Okay.
Can't rate you.
I'll give you this time. We'll put Modric.
Bro, Modric did
We'll
dud. I
we
don't care
will
what
yeah, yeah,
anybody
yeah.
said.
Yeah,
Modric
yeah.
did like all these guys in the V season stuff. I tell them like, bro, this Modric guy to go Mo especially is such a hater of Modric. To
Who?
go Mo,
Which Mo are we talking about? Mo
the
Liverpool
Liverpool.
fan?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a hater on him. You hate on Modric.
Yeah.
Bro Hamid.
Bro, bro, have you seen to win 3 Champions Leagues, get your country to a World Cup final, get your country to a World Cup
He
semis,
has
the
a
next
Ballon
World
d'Or.
Cup,
He has a Ballon d'Or, by the
and he
way.
has a Ballon d'Or. That's like, oh my goodness, man. You guys, man. You guys. You
That
guys,
was a
man.
deserved Ballon d'Or too. That was a deserved Ballon
Exactly.
d'Or.
Yeah.
Like people will say Ronaldo was robbed, but literally people will say Ronaldo was robbed, but then say Messi deserved it this year because he was good at the World Cup and not the World
Okay.
Cup. So because Messi won the Ballon d'Or this year and everyone's happy about it, that
Yeah.
literally tells you Neuer should have won in 2014.
hmm
Modric should have won in
Ribery,
20.
Ribery should have won in 2013.
Ribery, but let's talk about the World Cup years.
Yeah.
Modric deserved it in 2018. Neuer should
18.
have won it in 2014.
hmm
And 2010, not, we're talking about Iniesta. Iniesta could have had a chance at the 2010 Ballon d'Or. He could
Ballon
have.
d'Or, yeah.
You could have
Yeah.
put Schneider there. You could have put
Snyder
treble
too.
winner and World Cup
Yeah.
finalist. You could have
Yeah.
put Xavi in there too.
Yeah.
So you're right. You know what? Yeah, let's go Modric there. All right. We spent
Yeah.
enough time on that. Let's get to okay. I guess when we talk about Buffon, let's just talk about the other two goalies that are in the conversation for the greatest in their
hmm
position. You know what we're talking about. So we're talking about
hmm
Buffon, we're talking about Iker, we're talking about Neuer.
hmm
Core, who goes into the greatest in their position? Who goes as the greatest goalie?
Buffon is a waste goalkeeper.
What do you mean by that, man?
He
How
didn't
is
do
he
anything.
late?
He's not a legend. He's a waste.
No, come
He's
on, he's a legend, bro. Stop. Come on.
no,
Don't do
I'm
that.
serious. He's not a
Don't do
legend.
it.
He's not a legend.
Why?
He's
Because no Champions League.
I mean, bro, like
That is
you need
crazy,
to
bro.
you
Dude, he played for like 25 years and didn't win a
exactly.
champion.
And you still didn't win a Champions League. Come on, bro. You haven't won a Champions League. You only won what, a World Cup with
Now,
Italy?
it's not just a World Cup, like but you're right, 25 years, dude, and no
That's
Champions
crazy.
League. He's played in great teams too. You can't say
Exactly.
he didn't play.
You've played in PSG, you've played in Juve. What else did you play in? Like, bro, you played for some other team I forgot, but they were really good back in the day too. Parma, yeah.
Parma. He was a
Yeah,
Parma guy.
yeah. So I don't really rate him.
So what?
Neuer,
We're gonna put in top players or in legendary players?
um,
Core, we have to put like he still was a great goal. Like we could put him
no,
in legend.
top player. Just put him top player. I'm not going with this legendary. I'm sorry, he ain't
Okay,
it. He ain't it.
he's at the top of.
After his
I
career
do I
ended, right?
I do think people overrate Buffon. Like he was a, but I do think they overrate him because of his longevity sometimes,
Yeah,
and because of well, not mainly that his longevity and that he played in so many great teams. Like he
yeah.
was a great, but you're right, bro. You like he's a legendary goalie, right? But
Mhm.
he's not. Dude, I don't know. I have to put him in legendary, but I'm sorry. No, no,
Hokage,
no.
look at this. His career, right? Let me tell you something. His career ended when Ronaldo scored that bicycle kick. That's when his career ended. Literally, his career ended when Ronaldo scored that bicycle kick. Like after that, there was no return for Buffon.
Okay,
Like,
but I think okay. But let's put him in because he's already because here's a debate we could have then. We'll get to Neuer and Casillas right now. I think they'll be higher than Buffon for sure.
mhm.
But let's get to this convo. Who is better, bro? Czech or Buffon?
Check.
Okay,
Check has done
Czech
Dodd.
has Czech.
Check
Yeah,
has
bro.
done Dodd.
That's
Yeah,
dope. Because people will
yeah.
say I will stick by this. And I
Mhm,
may be just a salty Bayern fan, but how can I be salty when I'm acknowledging that he was the best player in that game? He
mhm.
was more influential than Drogba.
Yeah.
Bro, because he saved the Robin penalty right before Drogba went to score.
Yep.
Bro, Czech was cold, man. He was the goalie for Chelsea when they got the least goals ever in a Premier League season.
I'm going for Czech. I think Czech has to be.
You know what, bro? I'm not I if I'm choosing a team, honestly, I would have Czech. I would prefer prime Czech over prime Buffon.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And that might be because I've just watched more of Czech, but bro, I do think Czech is so underrated. Like people rate him, but I
Mhm.
still don't think people are having the right conversations about Czech. I won't lie.
The heroic saves against Barca and Bayern in 2012 has to be one of the best goalkeeping performances I've ever seen, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I am not gonna hold you.
Bro, yeah. I think people need to people need to have like, our boy HH, bro. Like he doesn't even have the right conversations about Czech yet. Like, bro, stop repping Drogba and start repping Czech. Like, come on. You're ripping the wrong guy from that final, dude. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, he goes in legendary, or does he
Mhm,
go? Because when I'm thinking, okay, greatest in their position, I'm thinking only one player per each position go there. For
mhm.
greatest in their positions, can Czech go in the greatest in their positions for the 21st century,
I
or
think it
does he go in
varies. I think it varies.
why? So
It
what does that mean?
varies because the reason why I'm saying it varies is I think yes, he's one of the greatest in his position, and I
Yeah,
also think he has to be one of the legendary goalkeepers in his
yeah,
position. Um, but I will say who Czech. The only negative about Czech is when he lost that Champions League final to
menu.
yeah, yeah. That's the only downside to him, really. And then also he didn't really win a lot of Premier League titles.
How many he okay, he won the 04, 05.
Yeah,
09, 010 was Chelsea, right?
Chelsea. Yeah. No.
What
Oh
what
09, 09, 010, was that Chelsea?
hold on, let me search up the
I
Prem
think
winners.
they lost that. I think they lost it.
All Premier League. Maybe
I
that
think
was
they lost.
United. Maybe that was United.
That was United. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking at the Premier League winners. Okay, so Czech wasn't in the 14-15. That was Courtois, right? Courtois
That
was
was
the goalie
Courtois.
for Chelsea.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so he has 04, 05, 05, 06, and yeah, and 2009, 2010, I was right.
Yep.
Because Chelsea broke United's three-peat that season. So he has 3 Premier Leagues. Yeah, okay. I
Yep.
think that's fair. I think being in legendary is fair for Czech.
Yep.
Now let's go through. Okay, so let me just put right away. Oblak is in top players. He hasn't achieved anything.
No, yes.
Yeah, I mean he took
But
Slovenia. Slovenia is going to the Euros. That's a good
yeah,
achievement, bro. But
yeah.
you're not a legend yet.
You know,
You're not a
and
legend.
I hate to say this to Dizzy, but Dizzy, if you're listening to me,
Dizzy.
this
Well,
guy,
Zidane.
this guy, Oblak that you see right here, what has he really achieved? Went to 2 Champions League finals,
Now, if he won
bottled
those
it.
two, if he won those 2 Champions League finals, we'd be having a different conversation. But
Exactly.
he didn't. He didn't.
What has he achieved? Nothing, man.
One La Liga,
Support,
right? I think he has
yeah.
1 La Liga title.
Support a better club, Dizzy. Support a better club. Hey, that's
Yeah, Dizzy, screw you. Screw you, Dizzy, screw you. I think screw you, Dizzy. I think next up, I know Jens Lehmann was in the Invincible squad, but I think you could put Jens Lehmann in the top players. I don't think he's a legend, to be honest, because
Mhm,
like
mhm.
even as a German supporter and all that, I don't think he's a legendary German goalie. I think it takes a lot to be a legendary German goalie.
Right.
So I think you agree, Lehmann at top players.
Um, the thing is, I haven't really seen the '90s players. I'm more of a 2000 type
Yeah,
guy, but
yeah. But I
um,
think people would agree, like people who did watch him, he's not on the level of Czech Buffon and the other,
okay,
these other guys down here that
other
we're all
guys,
about to get to
yeah,
right now. I think,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Well,
Um,
I'll save Neuer and Casillas for last. Let's go to Keylor Navas. Now,
yes,
my take on Keylor Navas is he was a good
no, he
goalie.
can't be legendary.
He was, yeah,
He's
I know. Let
gold.
me get to that. He's a good enough. He was just a good enough player for Real Madrid to get the job done. He
Mm.
was never a legendary. Like he didn't. Can you name me one legendary goalkeeper performance in those Champions Leagues?
Oh, Keylor Navas did as
Yeah,
well.
can you name like a standout game he had
Oh, like a standout game
in the
that he
like
had.
in the three-peat run? Was he ever a man of the match
Um,
across 2 legs? Like
you can 2017 against Juventus. You can say that one.
maybe, but I know he won. People will say he has to be a legendary goalie because he won
Mm.
so many Champions Leagues, but I don't see it that way.
The reason why I'm saying Keylor Navas is actually, oh no, that's disrespectful. If you put in Buffon and
Wait, but
legendary,
Core, we talk about Dode, Costa Rica quarterfinals.
that's what I'm saying.
He could be a
That's what I'm
legend. I
saying.
think he could be a legend. He could be a legend. He's legendary, huh?
No, I think this is disrespectful, bro. You have to put him either in greatest in their positions or GOAT.
Whoa, no, Core, we're done. We're
Yes,
moving on.
yeah,
I'll put him in legendary. I'll put him in legendary. We're
legend,
not going.
yeah,
No,
because
no, no,
there's
no, no.
no
No,
way,
no, no,
there's
Core, move it. Let's go. Van der Sar. I don't
it,
even want to hear Core. I don't even want to hear your take on that, bro. I'm
no,
sorry. I don't
okay,
even. I don't.
we're
Core.
talking.
Whatever. Core. Whatever thoughts
Buffon
you.
is
Core.
nowhere near this.
Whatever thoughts are going in your head right now. Save them for the Twitter drafts, please. Please save them for
Okay,
the.
okay,
Do you want me to go to bed right now, Core? We'll stop the
good.
video right now if you let those thoughts come out of your head. Let's just move on because I'm not even
Okay,
considering that.
I
Core,
will
goat,
agree to disagree.
goat. You're saying goat, goat
Yes.
over Messi, Ronaldo, bro. That slot is safe for Messi, Ronaldo, Zidane.
No, what I'm saying is, right, Navas, compare him to all these goalkeepers you're mentioning right now.
Okay.
They are nowhere near where Navas is. Neuer doesn't touch Navas.
No, okay, cool. We're done. Let's go. Van der
Because Casillas
Sar.
doesn't touch
Core,
Navas.
core. This I'm
No,
implementing
I'm
dictatorship.
serious.
Core, core,
It's
core,
just bad.
core. Look into my eyes. I'm implementing dictatorship mode, and we're moving on to Van der Sar. Van der Sar. What is your take? What's your take on Van der Sar?
Oh, wasteful goalkeeper.
Why do you have to say waste? Why do you have to say waste? That's
No,
literally.
but if you win you haven't won a World Cup, you haven't done anything special in the international stage. You've only done something special for maybe club wise, which is Manchester United. But again, like I'll put him in legendary though. He's okay. I think he's actually better than Buffon. I'll be honest with you. I'd take him over Buffon.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, I think there's massive disrespect to put Kylian Navas there. I think he has to.
Or
He has to.
did I not just say dictatorship was just implemented? I just implemented the Puya dictatorship. We're moving on. Your thoughts are being canceled right there. Dictatorship mode. Dude. We're in the Fourth Reich right now. We're in the Fourth Reich right now. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But here's something they don't say about Van der Sar.
Mhm,
Bro, Bergkamp, Van Nistelrooy, and Van der
mhm.
Sar, bro, what do they do for the Netherlands? These
That's a
guys
that's a
flopped for the
good question.
Netherlands.
That's a
Bro,
very
these
good question.
these guys flopped for the because bro,
Netherlands,
those
yeah.
are serious players, and you guys didn't do jack.
Did he play the 2010 World Cup final?
No. Stecklenburg. Remember,
Yeah,
Stecklenburg was the Netherlands goalie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Oh yeah, I remember watching it. I remember watching it. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah, bro. People don't talk about that. Like when we talk about, people like to say Bergkamp is one of the best Premier League players of all time. Van Nistelrooy, Van der Sar. But
Yeah.
bro, that's what do they do for the Netherlands? At least Robin, Van Persie,
Mm-hmm.
Schneider, they got to a final, a semifinal, and played exciting football at times. 2010, they were no 2010. The Netherlands was like a thug team, but
Hmm.
2014 they were. I liked watching the 2014 Netherlands team,
But
but the
but I would say Van der Sar has achieved more than Buffon. Look, you know Buffon, right? Buffon, he's lived off of the Italian media praising him, off of him staying at Juventus and winning those Serie A titles. But he hasn't really won what Edin van der Sar has won, which is two Champions Leagues and then
a
you
ton of
know
Premier Leagues.
and a ton of Premier League. Aha, you see, that's another thing. You see.
But but the
Mhm.
Netherlands thing really
The
that's a
Netherlands,
that's a
yeah, the
concern,
Netherlands
man.
international
'Cause
stage.
Buffon
Um,
gave you a World Cup,
yeah, that's the
and he was
thing.
good at that World Cup. He wasn't like a passenger goalkeeper. He was
The
good at
thing,
the World Cup, so
we say that World Cup, right? Let me put an asterisk tag on that.
why?
Who was the center back for Italy in that World Cup? The two center backs.
Cannavaro,
Hmm.
Nesta, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was only 5. The only I've just watched a bunch of highlights of the 2006 World Cup. That was the first time I ever watched football. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Cannavaro Nesta.
yeah. It was Cannavaro and Nesta. You're right. So those were the only two. Those two center backs are solid. And for me, I always say this. Me, I've played center back a lot of times, and one thing we have to understand is when you're when you have good center back pairing, you as a goalkeeper, you don't have to do a lot. Be-
You froze. I do get what you're saying. That's true because, well, Van der Sar had a very good center back pairing in front of him at United. I mean, Vidic Rio, that's one of the finest center back duos of all time. Um, I think Core's internet just cut out right now, but I'm sure he'll be back, I think. But I think what we're getting at though is to have Van der Sar in legendary. I want to wait for Core to come back so we can discuss Neuer and Casillas. I think instantly we can put Oliver Kahn as one of the greatest in his positions. I mean, he quite literally carried the 2002 Germany team to a World Cup final as a goalkeeper. That was not a very good Germany squad. You had a young Miroslav Klose, young Michael Ballack, Oliver Kahn, some other like decent defenders. Nothing special in that team. So I think you could put Oliver Kahn in as one of the greatest. Now we'll get to Norin Casillas. I'll wait for Core. Core, you're back. You're Core. Okay,
Sorry
Core.
about that. Sorry about that.
You're good. You're
I
good.
think cut
So
off.
you were saying center back pairings are in front of the goalie.
Yes, so I'm saying with when you have a good center back pairing in defense, I love defense. I love
Yeah,
everything about defense
I love
because
defense too. Yeah.
defense is what wins championships. It wins everything. So when you have a good center back pairing, it's much easier for the goalkeeper to do his job. He's not running around everywhere, you see, because he knows that the center backs, this is their job. This is what they do. This is how they protect me, in these situations. You get what I'm saying? That is what is the difference between um center backs and goalkeepers. So when you have
Okay, but
Messi and
Van der Sar had Rio and Vidic in front of him at United.
he had Real and Vidic, right? And I get what you're saying in that, and that's why they won the Champions League. That's part of the reason why they won the Champions League. And
Oh
is
wait,
it what year was it? Oh
oh
eight,
wait, oh
right?
wait. Against Chelsea, against Chelsea.
Yes, against Chelsea. That's why they won the Champions League. But who was Van der Sar's center back pairing in Netherlands?
I have to look this up.
Yeah, because we need to, when we're doing all these stuff, it comes with context. Who was the goalkeeper center back pairing?
I got you. I
For
got you.
example,
So
Manuel. Oh, you got it. Okay, go ahead.
so oh wow. Oh yeah, this was the Battle of Nuremberg. So basically in the 2006 World Cup
Mm-hmm.
when they played Portugal in the round of 16,
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing you know they weren't great center backs. The screen is cutting off, but yeah, he didn't have a great center back pairing
Mm-hmm.
in the Netherlands at the time.
You see, so you see this, and that's the thing. That's what makes goalkeepers good. Someone like Manuel Neuer. The reason why we won the Champions League in 2012, 2013 was all the pieces aligned. The center backs were good. The DMs were good. He had a cover shadow DM in Javi Martinez, and also in Germany when he won the World Cup in 2014, he had Sami Khedira as the cover shadow DM. Then he had Jerome Boateng. Then he had who else?
Almost.
Hummels, yes. Even when Hummels, let's say, got injured or so forth, then they'd bring in Huvides. You
Who
remember
was
that
good?
player?
Rubenez was good back then. He's
Oh
underrated.
my goodness.
Rubenez is
What?
underrated, bro.
That's what we call a serious defender. Huvides. They brought in Huvides. They brought in when you took out Jerome Boateng, they had another center back there. I forgot what his name was, but he was also good. I think. Oh,
I'm
was it
forgetting.
Jonas Hector?
No, I think you're
Yeah, give me
thinking.
a sec.
No, I think it's Mustafi, because we also had Murdersacker.
Yes,
Murdersacker was always
Mus-
back.
Mustafi that season. Mustafi was amazing. That season he was playing for, I think,
Or
Valencia.
Valencia.
Was it?
Valencia. He was at Valencia.
Yeah.
And I think people forget
Yes.
there's a reason why when Royce got injured, Mustafi was called up. Because people will look at his Arsenal career and be like, oh, this guy was trash. He wasn't always trash. This guy was a serious defender. back in his Valencia days and the season and the year in the World Cup year. You're right,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I guess. But either way, because we got to get to the other players. I think Van der Sar and Buffon are still both in legendary category. But you're just saying you would take Van der Sar over Buffon.
Yeah, Buffon is a waste player. Club level, he's done nothing, bro.
Okay.
He did something international. I give him that, but club level, he's done nothing.
Okay, cool. So then I'm guessing your thoughts on Khan are the same.
Khan, no, I can give Khan credit. He's done both club and World Cup. I give him credit.
Oh right, wait. I'm so dumb. I was about to say Khan doesn't have a Champions League. I'm so dumb.
Yes,
I'm so
he
dumb. I
won
was about
the. You know what's funny? I actually
yeah.
watched that final. I think it was
Him and F against Valencia, him and Effenberg and that team.
yeah,
Salihamidzic,
bro.
that
That
piece of shit,
Bayern team.
Salihamidzic.
I don't care what any Bayern fan says. That Bayern team is the worst Bayern team I've ever
To win the
seen.
Champions League.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, there were good there were good players in that team, but you're like, compared to other Champions League winning teams,
aside from Effenberg and then maybe Simon Kufur, that's pretty much it.
Lizazu was good. Lizazu was
Who?
good.
Who?
Lizazu,
Lisa Zhu? Who's that?
the French fullback. He
Oh,
he was
Bengsanti. Yeah.
yeah.
He's pretty
He was
good
good.
too.
He was, but you're right. Like Elber, I know Elber is a club legend or whatever. Like Elber,
Nah, sorry.
Sally Hamizic, that bum. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's another bum.
So, are you applying Doi for Con CL or no?
Yes,
Or Doi? No,
because that
No,
team.
Doi is too far. Doi is when you take Doi
Mhm.
is if he won the World Cup with Germany that year in that trash German team. That would have been
Yeah,
Doi. But
that's good.
him getting him to the final, that's Dod. So he has Dod with Germany and
Mhm.
he has Dod with Bayern.
Bayern.
So
You know
what do you
what?
think it's fair? Is it fair to put him in one of the greatest?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
fair. It's fair.
Here's where
Although the only downside to Oliver Kahn is him being a CEO. He does not know how to manage it.
or are we
This
taking life outside of a player into account? Are we taking are we taking oh god. Cuz Core, if we're being real, if we take that into account, I'll
Mhm.
create a new tier list and put him in garbage disposal because I'll put him in I'll put him in Core. I'll put that piece of shit in garbage disposal because this guy was one of the most trash CEOs I've ever seen, man. This guy. Enough said about that, bro. Let's get to the serious talk for the
Oh my
goalies.
goodness.
Let's
Oh
just
my
move on
goodness, yo.
let's move on to Neuer and Casillas. Like I know you're put aside your Keylor Navas demon thoughts that you were having earlier. Put those aside.
Mhm.
One of these two we're putting in the greatest. Who goes in greatest?
I'm sorry, man. None of them, bro.
No, you have to
None
choose. You
of
have
them.
to choose. Core, if you don't choose, then I get to choose, and you know who I'm choosing.
Oh, yeah, you can choose, but I'm not putting none of them in
All right,
greatest.
then. Core is opting out. Neuer is for me the greatest goalie of all
The
time.
only player who deserves to be greatest in their position is Navas. I'm telling you. As a goalkeeper, I'm being serious.
Oh no, Core,
Doi,
Core,
Doi,
Core, Core. I
Doi
need
with
you,
Costa Rica.
Core. I need you to
Doi with
give
Costa
me,
Rica.
Core.
Doi
I
with
need you, Core.
Real
I need you
Madrid.
to give me. I need you to give me, please. I need you to give me five. Just the amount of fingers on your hand. I need you to give me five iconic Keylor Navas performances. Go,
You know he was
please,
part of
please
the
give me
main,
five.
Do you know he was part of the main reason why PSG went to the Champions League final? Do
Bro,
you know who they played?
he wasn't was he goalie for
He was
PSG that year?
goalie. Yes. He was goalie. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh right, he was, huh? He
Yeah,
was.
that's
Yeah.
Doi. He took them to the Champions League final.
But did he take them? Because remember, these
Mhm.
guys were trash in defense. Bro, at Atlanta and Leipzig almost knocked him out. It was Chupo Goting who pulled them
Mhm.
out against Atlanta and Neymar running the show against Leipzig.
No, but
So what
he made some crucial saves, let's be honest. Against what's
okay.
call it?
Mm,
What's that team's name? Leipzig made a crucial save against Dortmund. Even the first leg, I think he kept them at bay. I
Yeah,
think
that
he kept PSG at
Dortmund
bay
game.
against Dortmund.
But bro, Neuer was better than him that year anyway in the Champions League. Like Neuer in the final outshines his whole entire tournament. I'm sorry. Neuer saved 3 1v1s in that final.
Okay,
Come
the
on.
reason why I'm saying let me this is my negative about Neuer. I'll show you.
What's your negative? Because for me, Neuer has no negatives. I don't care what anyone says. Neuer is the perfect goalie. I don't care.
Neuer, this is the problem with Neuer.
What's the problem?
Neuer went to 3 semifinals, and he was all part of the reason why Real Madrid won those 3 Champions Leagues. I'm just being a realist. The
Why?
16, 17, he was in that
We got
team.
robbed? No, we got robbed. Core
No, but he was
got
part.
robbed that year.
We lost. We lost, and we conceded. He was part of that team.
But Ronaldo scored 3 offsides goals. Casemiro should have been sent off,
Hmm.
and Vidal was wrongly sent off, and Lewandowski was wrongly called offsides when he was in 1v1.
Oh no, I
We
agree.
can't talk about 16-17. Like that is one of the biggest robberies of
Hmm.
all time in Champions League history. I'm sorry.
Oh
How
yes,
can you blame Neuer? How can you blame?
that's a robbery. That game is a robbery. But the following season afterwards, the 17-18,
He
no,
wasn't
it's
playing.
hmm?
He wasn't playing that season
Exactly. Oh no, yeah, he didn't play that season.
because he broke his foot. He broke his game. He broke his foot in that Real Madrid game.
Hmm.
Remember, he was out. Ulreich had that great season, but because he messed up and had a stroke in the semifinal. Remember, I don't know if were you Bayern? Were you Bayern? No, you weren't Bayern fan. You switched to Bayern after Liverpool Barca.
I watched that game. I watched
But
that
you
game.
watched that game.
Yeah.
Ulreich had a great season that year. He was fantastic. But because he was so bad in that semifinal, people forget that that guy was having a great season for Bayern. But
I will say this though. Neuer was protected by Jupp Heynckes' system.
I can't
Let
agree with that because he still had to make really good saves all the time. I don't know what you
me
mean
tell you
by
something. He's a good goalkeeper, don't get me wrong. But against Atletico, for example, where was he in 15, 16? That's another question.
well, that game ended the aggregate score for that was 2-2, and Boateng and the defense shut off and let Griezmann go in 1v1. I
Exactly.
mean,
And
but he can't, bro. He can't save every, bro. I think if someone were to actually go through the stats, Neuer
Mhm.
has to have some of the best 1v1 save percentage in football history.
Really?
Bro, he's amazing 1v1. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm
if
not
you're
saying,
saying that
I'm not saying someone's done the stats
because
because I don't think
I'm
anyone.
seeing this guy, I'm seeing this is the thing, this is the reality in my team right now, guys, and Hokage's team. I'm seeing this guy concede a goal against Starbucks FC. I'm seeing this guy concede against teams that he's not supposed to.
Did he play in the Starbucks game? I don't think he played in the Starbucks game.
He played in the Starbucks FC game.
Let me look at this. Let me look at it. Because, bro, I didn't watch that game.
He was, this man, this man was in goal. 1v1. The player shot the ball straight at his face and he conceded, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, but bro, hold on. That was coming off a 1-year injury. Like, are we really judging players off of them coming off a year-long injury?
Yes, but then
Come
also,
on.
if
Bro,
no, I
Core,
can give you
Core, did
another
you
one.
see that double?
Let
Core,
me
did you
give you
see that double? Core, did you see that double save? Did you see that? Did you see
wait
that double
against
save against
who?
Copenhagen?
Copenhagen. Oh, no. I'm not saying it's not good. That's what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is right. Let me give you one before his injury. Okay, this is one. Um, do you remember when Bayern played Barcelona in the 14-15 season? What
Yeah.
was Neuer?
Where was Neuer?
What was he in the 13-14 when Real Madrid scored 4 goals in the semifinals. What was he?
Bro, but because of him, he kept it and made sure it wasn't 8-0 though. I mean,
Hmm.
Pep the first leg, remember the first leg was 1-0. It was a close
Hmm.
game. It was at the Bernabeu. But
I like him.
the
I like
second
him as
leg,
a goalkeeper.
Pep got dunked on tactically. Dunked.
Okay. For
Like you
me,
can like you okay, maybe Neuer like he made great saves that tie and maybe okay, maybe he could have saved like maybe he couldn't have gotten done by Ronaldo's under the wall.
hmm
But at the same time, I think
this
because
this guy
we haven't talked about Casillas much yet, but I think Neuer's
it,
peak, Neuer's best moments are better than all the goalkeepers on this list.
this guy's kryptonite is against players like Mbappe and Cristiano Ronaldo. You know why I'm saying this, right? Because when he goes up against these players, I don't know, but he just gets a brain fart. I have no idea where it comes from. For example, when was it the 2021 against PSG, right?
2020, 2021, yeah.
Yeah, when Neymar and Mbappe scored those goals. I'm like, bro, second leg he did well. I give him credit. Second leg he was really good.
Yeah, but
But
the first like
you know,
I know which goal you're talking about. When Mbappe gets the ball, he's one-on-one against Boateng.
uh-huh.
He cuts in on his right foot and goes
hmm
bottom left corner.
hmm
I know which goal you're talking about. I won't
Yeah, he's
and
a good
the first
goalkeeper.
wait,
Don't get me wrong,
the
but I'm
first
just being objective.
but you're nitpicking. I feel like you're nitpicking. I feel like he's had way his good games far outweigh the games he's been iffy.
Okay,
Like
let
I
me give
okay,
you.
bro, because when I think of Bayern 12-13, when I think of Germany, when I think of 2020 Bayern, when I just think of Bayern the last 10 years, I don't think Neuer is a passenger. I think Neuer is the reason our defense was so good at times. I think Neuer is one of the faces of the team. Like when I think of Bayern the last 10 years, I think of him and I think of Muller. Like he's not a passenger. Iker Casillas, on the other hand, bro, when I'm thinking about Real Madrid 13-14 La Decima, when I'm thinking about Spain 2010, I'm Casillas is like maybe the seventh player that comes to my mind. Like Neuer was the face of his teams, to be honest. Casillas was never the face of a team.
Let me give you another game from Neuer. Um, against Chelsea in the final.
Bro, what are you talking about? He made
No, 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 no. Please,
don't say
please.
the Drogba header, bro. The
You
Drogba header was
cannot do.
dude,
I don't care what.
The Drogba header was
It
perfection. That
it
like
was in. It's in our home. It's in our home against
okay,
Munich.
so that
It's
game,
in our home.
let's blame Robin. Let's blame Robin. Not let's not blame let's
No,
blame
no. We.
Robin for
I'll blame Robin. I'll blame Robin, right? But there was some penalty saves he could have made in those penalty. That when taking a penalty, could have made some penalty saves. The Drogba goal too, that was unacceptable. He should have done better.
bro,
That's another thing.
that was a very good header. I don't know. That was like one of the most
It
perfect
was
headers
it
I've
was
ever
a very very good header. I give Drogba credit, but come on, Neuer, you got to do better, man. Like this is bro. Like he one thing I've seen about Neuer is he struggles in aerial duels. He really struggles in aerial duels. I don't know why, but he's really that bad with aerial duels.
Okay, then let's talk about Casillas because Casillas was a great goalie, but I don't think his peak is the same as Norris peak. I think he was a bit of a passenger in the Spanish team, is what I'm trying to say. Like he was a great goalie, but and that's not his fault for being born into that generation, right? But I don't know. Also, the fact that Spain kept the ball a lot, like he wasn't dealt that many chances to save. Like I feel like he was protected. The thing you're talking about protected, I feel like he was protected a bit in the Spain team.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my opinion, but I think I'm happy with that goalkeeper. I mean, I know you're not happy. I know you put Navas at GOAT, but we're not gonna go there. So let's finally move on. Let's get to the fullback. So we have Cafu right here. I'm gonna just pull them all up. I'm gonna pull them all up on the screen right now. So we have Cafu. Am I missing anyone in this row? Okay, we have Jordi Alba. We're gonna move him up here. Jordi, Ivanovic. I mean, we already know where Ivanovic is going. We're gonna put him in top players. I don't care what anyone says. But we have Lam.
Please put Lam as goal.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Is that Mycon? That's Mycon, yeah. Mycon is a fullback. Am I missing? Where's Marcelo? Oh yeah, there's Marcelo. Marcelo, I think that's all the fullbacks. I pulled all the fullbacks to the top. I don't think I'm missing. Let me just double check one more time. Okay, yeah, that's all the fullbacks in this list. Are we missing it? I think we could put David Alaba. I think they're missing that this. I didn't make this tier list, but Alaba is missing here. But Dani Alves, shit, I almost forgot about Dani Alves. There he is. Yeah, I think we could, but Alaba's in here, but honorable mention to Alaba. Like we have to give Alaba honorable mention. Now, let's start with Cafu. Okay, actually no, let's get rid of the dead weight. I think
You
Mycon.
hear?
Yeah. Were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we could put Mycon and Ivanovic right here very quickly.
Okay.
You agree, right? I mean, come on, these guys aren't legendary players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marcelo. Okay, Core, what do you want when we're talking about these fullbacks? Let's all these players have achieved great things, but let's talk about your actual job as a fullback, how you are going forward, and how you are as a defender.
Mm-hmm. So for
Marcelo,
me,
bro,
this is
Marcelo, bro, I'm putting him either top players or legendary. Because, bro, let's talk about his Brazil career. We were talking about it on HH's channel, bro. His Brazil career is terrible. He has no
terrible.
Brazil. He has no Brazil career. He has no Brazil
Yes.
career.
Yeah.
And if he was a great going forward, but bro, this guy sucked at defending. This guy sucked at defending. So
That's true.
I think we could eliminate him from GOAT left back and greatest of their positions. I don't think he could go up here. What do you think?
Um. So this is my thing about fullbacks. Someone like Ashley Cole, I rate very highly. I
Oh,
rate
Core,
very
I made a mistake.
highly.
Oh, we know Ashley Cole left back. He's the GOAT left back. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
continue,
Yeah.
continue. I was thinking Lam for a second. That Lam shit. Yeah, continue.
As a fullback for me, the most important thing is defending.
Bro, 100%, bro. You're at the end of the day, I hate these football hipsters. Oh no,
Mhm.
fullbacks are now inverted midfielders. They go up.
Midfielders.
Bro, you're still a fucking defender.
Yeah.
You need to know how to defend.
And yeah.
That is why, I think we could, now that they've won a Champions League, we could put Kyle Walker here. Honorable mention to Kyle Walker. You
Yeah.
need to know how to defend.
And yeah.
And that is why in high school, bro, the thing, like all my friends were Real Madrid fans. They always called me a hater that I didn't think Marcelo was that good. Oh, you're just a hater. Bro, genuinely, he has no Brazil career.
Career, yeah.
He was great. He had impact in those Real Madrid teams. But when we're talking about his Brazil career and who you were as a defender, man, he was garbage at defending.
I think he's the best wing back, fullback in the 21st century, if you want to put it that way. But there's a difference between a wing back and there's a difference between an ordinary fullback. You
Core,
understand?
here's the thing about Marcelo. If the Marcelo would have been a left winger if he had pace. Let's be honest.
That's true.
Because he didn't have pace, this guy was put at left back and was basically playing as a left wing back.
left wing back. That's facts. I think I would say Lam is better than him though.
But we're talking about left back. So we're not talking. So we're gonna have Ashley Cole as the GOAT at left back. We're
hmm
also gonna have a GOAT right back.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry, sorry.
so when we're talking about Marcelo,
Ooh.
Ashley Cole, I think Jordi Alba also. So Jordi Alba, Marcelo, Ashley Cole are the ones fighting for the GOAT left
No,
back.
Ashley Cole is GOAT. Ashley Cole is GOAT. Marcelo's better than that. Um, baby whiner. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba is garbage disposal too. So I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, honestly, I think Jordi Alba can go into top players. Can we put
Yeah.
Marcelo in? Okay, so are we saying Marcelo top players or legendary?
Um, legendary. Legendary.
Yeah, I think
He's
when
way
you've
better.
won, but if he just did something for Brazil,
hmm
he goes up here.
He'd go to
And
the one
and
of the greatest. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and if he knew how to defend, he'd go up here.
up here. Yeah.
But that's a lot of
Bro,
ifs.
I
That's
feel
a
like
lot of ifs.
maybe I think he needed Ramos and Pepe to help him, you
Bro,
know?
100 bro, Ramos,
Yeah.
Pepe, Khedira, Casemiro,
hmm
bro, without those players, this guy's nothing. Like
Yeah.
they would cover for him all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'd go for.
I think this is fair. I think this
Yeah.
is fair because no, don't get me wrong, Jordi Alba was a great left back, but I don't think I think maybe one season he was probably the best left back in the world, but outside of that, I mean, he has a
What
goal in the Euros
season?
final, but
What can you mention the season?
the treble season 14-15, I think you have to say he was probably the best left back that year. That year.
That wasn't him. That
Um,
was not him.
who was best left back then? I mean, who else could have been the best left back that year?
No, I mean, like what I'm trying to say is like he was feeding off of the team that was already made, like Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, and all these guys. He was feeding off of them. He was just another side piece to the puzzle, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that yeah, that's why he's kind of in top players. He was never like a main.
Yeah.
Like he was important for Barca, but he didn't, in my opinion, have the impact Ashley Cole and Marcel. And first, and
Look at
he's also he's equally not as good as defend. I mean, he's a slightly better defender than Marcelo, but he was also not a great actual defender. He was
bro.
not
I mean,
actually good.
look at Jordi Alba. This is my problem with Barcelona fans. I'm sorry, but Jordi Alba has achieved nothing, absolutely nothing in his career.
I
Aside
mean,
from the Champions League in 14-15 and La Liga trophies and so forth.
he has a Euros. He has a like he scored in the Euros final. Come on.
Oh, he has a Euros.
Yeah, remember he scored in the Euros final against Italy. That's why he's not because yeah, he has a Euros final goal, but
But
he
that
was not
Euros,
like, dude. Let me put it this way: like, I think if you take away his pace, it's not looking good for him because
yeah.
he's a quick player. Like, you can't deny that. And I think his pace, yeah, his pace helped him out a lot at
All
times.
right,
But
man.
I think it's right. But top players, you agree with putting him in top?
Yeah, yeah. I'd put him there. It is what it. I would have put him in garbage disposal though. To be honest.
Okay, yeah. If we had a guard, okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right. So go right back. I think we
Okay.
both agree on Lam. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Consistency.
And I don't think we
Cons-
need to really even people understand. He was first of all the best defensive right back of all time.
mhm.
Second of all, people don't like when they talk about attacking, dude. Lam's best attacking season in terms of attacking output is better than Dani Alves' best
Dani
attacking
Alves.
season.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
12-13 season, Lam had like 21 assists in all comps.
Assist. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
fantastic. Like he was no bum going forward.
yeah.
So yeah, I
And
mean,
he was.
we could
I
go.
loved.
I could talk about Lam for an hour. He's like my top 5 favorite players ever.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get a poster of him on my bedroom.
Really? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
also we haven't even talked about his IQ, his
Football
intelligence, his
IQ. Yeah.
positioning,
Intelligence.
his
Yeah.
leadership.
Yeah.
Because leadership, if you're the World Cup winning captain, man. That means you're the guy. You're the face of
Yeah,
the team. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So, and
yeah,
plus, he retired on top, bro. He could have gone 3, 4 more seasons
yeah.
because he's not a guy who ever relied on physicality and pace.
Allergy. Yeah,
He could have played until the 2020 Bayern team. Let's be real.
yeah. I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. Like he could have still played, but I
Bro,
think
he coulda had another shot because if he continued playing, bro, he could have been our right back for that season, and Pavard
season.
would we wouldn't have had to deal with Pavard.
Yeah.
But I mean that I like when players retire on top because
Oh,
then their legacies don't get
oh,
tainted.
thank God. Thank God that guy is no more in this club, bro. Thank God. Oh boy.
Let's not get started on that. Okay, so we have Cafu and Dani Alves. I think we could put both of them in one of the greatest in their positions.
So I really didn't watch Kafua. Like I said, I'm more of a 2000,
Me
early
too.
2000.
But I think going
Um,
off 2 World Cups, Champions Leagues,
mhm.
Copa America, I think you could I mean, people tell me he was amazing going forward and he was good defensively. I
Okay.
think probably I think you have to just put him there because of the resume because he was
Mhm.
also World Cup cap he was the captain, I'm pretty sure, for the World Cup winning team. So I think you have to put him in like but
Yeah, I
okay,
mean,
but we both know Dani Alves. So where does Dani Alves go? I think higher than Marcelo. Come on.
um, legendary, legendary. Yeah, legendary.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Like I'd put him at the like higher end of legendary too.
legendary. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
bro, like what he did for Juventus, amazing. He went to PSG. I know he didn't achieve a lot in PSG, but again, and then also Barcelona. He did a lot too there. So yeah, legendary.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move to center backs. Let me just pull in all the center backs here. Um
Favorite position, guys. Favorite position.
Company,
Get
uh
that get that whack ass garbage disposal man out of here.
Vidic, Nesta, Maldini. Maldini. Man, there's a lot of center backs on this list. Damn. Oh crap. We forgot about Roberto Carlos. I didn't see Roberto Carlos. Where are we putting him?
um,
He's not the GOAT left back. He's not. I think
one
you
of
could
the
put him as
greatest
one of
in
the
their position.
greatest. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Let's just end that there. I think that's very fair. So
yeah,
Campbell. Oh my God, there's a lot of center backs here. Oh
yeah.
wait, are we classifying Zanetti as a right
No,
back
DM,
or a CDM?
DM, DM, DM.
DM. Okay. Got you. All right. I'm missing. I know I saw more center backs on here. Let me know if you see any that I'm missing right now on the
Ramos,
screen. Oh yeah. Where is he? Where is he?
he's right there.
Oh yeah. He's literally
Yeah.
right there. I think PK's on this list too. Um.
Oh, get that whack man out of here, bro.
Oh shoot, we missed the goalie De Gea. I think you put De Gea in top players. I think that's easy, quick and simple. De Gea goes into top players.
You said De Gea?
De Gea, yeah, we missed him, but I don't think he's legendary.
No, no, De Gea is garbage
Yeah,
disposal.
you
Come
could put him in. Honestly, yeah, he's one of those garbage disposal players.
on.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have all the center backs. If I miss any, we'll just hit on them
But
quickly.
I ain't gonna lie, guys, in 2023, David De Gea is a much, much better goalkeeper than Flippy Onana, bro. You
That's
need
fair.
like, not
That's fair.
even good. Like, this Onana guy is awful.
That's true. That's true. Okay, let's get the center backs. Now, are there any center backs? So we have Cannavaro, we have
Mhm.
Puyol, we have Chiellini,
Ooh.
Ramos,
Mhm,
Sol Campbell, Piqué, Godin, Nesta, Vidic, Company, and
mhm.
Maldini. 11 center backs. Are there
I
any honorable mentions?
love that.
Are we missing anyone? I think you're missing. I think you have to put Boateng in there. I think
Yeah, Boateng.
Boateng's an honorable mention. Is there any other
Mhm.
honorable mention? I think Pepe is an honorable
Pepe,
mention,
Pepe is there too. Yeah.
and Thiago Silva.
Um.
Thiago Silva's
Yes.
an honorable mention.
Yes. Yes. Oh man, I
Are there any
love
more?
him.
Are there any more honorable mentions?
Um. Let me see.
Oh, Is John Terry? Oh yeah, okay. Thank God.
John Terry.
John
Yeah,
Terry. John Terry's here. I knew. I remember. I saw him on the list. Okay, John Terry, because that would be criminal to not have him on this list.
yeah.
I think. I think that's it on the honorable mentions. Now, there's also a bunch of other good center backs, but yeah, I think that's good. So let's start. Let's hit quick fire on some of these, so we're not here forever. I know it's late where you're at, but so you
Yeah,
said I mentioned company. You said you'd put him in garbage disposal.
yeah. I
So
mean, this man, like Burnley manager, doing nothing for the club.
bro,
Um,
as a player, we can't take manager into
no,
account.
no,
Come
no.
on.
We have to count it. We have to
No,
count it.
no.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
man.
If
Waste of
we're
place,
counting,
waste
then
of
remember
everything.
we have to put Khan in the garbage disposal if we're talking about outside of player.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
Okay, let's talk
But
about the player. Let's talk about even the
even
player.
the
Even the
play,
player. He goes into top players. He's not a legend.
he's not a legend. Come on,
No,
he's not a
yeah,
legend.
he's not.
What has he done?
And
What has
only
he done
city,
internationally?
only City fans will tell you that he's a legend.
Oh yeah, they love it. They
Yeah,
love it.
I
MT, MT,
yeah.
MT.
MT, Abdullah, like come on.
Abdullah, yeah.
Okay, let's go next. Like that was quick. Okay, Vidic. No, Maldini. Well, actually, I was stuck on this because Maldini played half of his career kind of as a left back, and then he shifted
Yeah.
to center back. So, because if
Goat.
GOAT center back,
Goat. Goat.
yeah, I mean, I think out of all, yeah,
There will be no center back in this 21st century who will equate to the way this guy plays defense. He's
yeah,
just so good.
and I think we don't even need to say much, like, because I think him and Beckenbauer are the best center backs of all time, and Beckenbauer is of the other age, so
Yeah.
Maldini is the best of the
There was a
21st.
time where I just every time like I don't know, but I still do. I still watch it.
Yeah,
I
bro,
watch every.
yeah.
The guy is just crazy, bro. He's just such an amazing center back. I don't know
Now, how
why.
about Nesta? Because Nesta, think, is underrated. I think Nesta's underrated.
Another one. You see, he's another. But you know something? I think he was more of someone who, like I said, was another side piece to Maldini's greatness. You see,
He was a
so
good defender, though. He was good, but I see what you mean.
like without Maldini, he wouldn't have as much as of a name as Maldini if Maldini was not there. Basically, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Nesta was so fortunate to be around center backs who had names. Like Cannavaro had a name. Maldini had a name. This guy also had a name. What's call it? Thiago Silva in Milan. He also had a name. You see,
No, but that was young Thiago Silva. You can't say that about Thiago Silva was
but
like 19 at the time.
but it was a leader. He was a leader. You see,
So you're saying he's a
and
side
he needed.
piece. You're saying Nesta's a side piece center
For
back.
me, for me, I feel that without those leaders in the team for for Nesta, I don't think Nesta would be as great as a lot of people would say because we he fed off Maldini, he fed off Cannavaro, he fed off these guys. You see,
Hmm.
that's
So
just my honest opinion.
I feel like you put him in. Are you edging towards top player then or legendary player?
What? Hello?
Yeah, are you edging towards top player or
You said
legendary
what?
player? Top player or
Hello?
legendary player then? Can you hear me? Hello,
Your
hello?
thing is yeah, your thing is freezing. What do you say?
Oh, okay, can you hear me though right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you saying top player or legendary player then for Nesta? Because I feel like it's
Oh
harsh to put him on the same level as Company.
no. Nesta for me is one of the greatest in their positions. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You can put him
Yeah,
in greatest in their positions too. I don't mind. But I'm
yeah.
just saying it as it is because you know in
in order to have a good defense, you need players like Nesta too. I'm not trying to say he's not a good player, but you need, as especially as a center back, you need a partnership like that,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. I agree with that. One of the greatest in the positions.
Mhm.
So then here's the thing. I want to skip down the list to Cannavaro. I think Cannavaro is a bit overrated. I won't lie. He had a good World Cup, but he was terrible at Real Madrid. People like just ignore that he was a flop. He was a Real Madrid
Terrible.
flop.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
he's a Ballon d'Or, but that was World Cup tax Ballon d'Or. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like people would see, oh, he's the defender that got the Ballon d'Or. Oh, he's got to be one of the greatest. I
Mhm.
would put him in legendary. I don't think he's one of the greatest.
Um. No. Let's one of the greatest in their positions. Let's be honest. No.
Mm,
Listen. You. I know. I know. I know. He didn't do a lot in club wise, but let's be honest, man. Like this guy, man. This guy is. That's what I'm saying. These center backs that you're mentioning right now, in nowadays, when you watch center backs defending, you're not gonna get these center backs. Like soccer has really declined. These center backs that we're talking about are traditional center backs, and it's very hard to find some, especially nowadays in soccer.
but the thing is, we're gonna get to some center backs on that list that I think are better than him, and I don't want to fill the greatest
Oh, okay,
because I'm gonna keep it
yeah.
real. Like I'm just gonna put him in legendary. Like we could go back to it,
Hmm.
but first of all, I'm putting Chiellini in top players. Let's get him out. He's not a legend or
He's
anything.
not like him, no.
Godin has a Copa America, but he's still not a
No,
legend.
no, no. Please, please, please,
So
I beg
let's just get rid and let's do we want to touch on PK?
Oh boy.
Now here's the thing. Let's not be
I
disrespectful.
don't
He's
consider
he
I don't
was
consider garbage, garbage. Every single thing that he does is garbage. He plays as a striker. He's not a center back. I don't
or are
consider
you
that.
talking about post 2015 PK or are you talking about 2010 to 2015 PK? Because it's
No,
kind of
but
two different.
we all knew even '08 PK, we all knew he wasn't really that guy. He never was going to, overcome someone like Ramos. Ramos is what we call a real defender. He's another one of those traditional old school defenders that,
Ramos,
yes,
the guy
yes,
with the most red cards and yellow cards. Is that
yes,
traditional defending?
yes, yes, yes.
Dude,
Him and
ah,
bro, do not bring PK is not a center back. He's a striker. I'm trying to tell you this
what
right
do you
now.
mean by that? Like, what do you mean he was a striker? I don't get that.
This guy was part of the 7-0 against Bayern, part of the 8-2 against Bayern, part of the 3-0 against Roma. He was the main reason. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
So top, I think he still achieved too much to be. He still is a
No, no,
legendary
no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
core.
do
He's
that.
still a legend because, bro, he started that World Cup
Okay.
final. He started that World Cup
Hokage,
final core. He
you have
started
to
that.
understand. You you have to understand this that team, right? The Spain team, the Barcelona team, it was all because of the Barcelona Pep system. You get what I'm saying? They carried it on to the national team, and that's why they were successful. PK had no bearing in that. PK was just another side piece. But the thing is, let me tell you something. Let's put PK in let's put PK in Juventus. Or let's
Okay.
put PK in a team like Atletico.
Okay.
Will he be successful? No. I know he will not be because he will get exposed every now and then. And that was what was being shown because remember Ernesto Valverde was playing a defensive formation. You understand? He wasn't really playing possession football. And because he was playing a defensive formation, it exposed PK. But someone like Pep, the way Pep plays, his possession play and his positional play and so forth makes PK look like a better center back. But if he was to play in different systems, he will get exposed. You see?
Okay.
Mhm.
So I think top players. All right.
Top player, yeah, top player.
So then we touch on. I think Ramos. You're right though. Even though he has all those red cards and yellow cards, what he's achieved,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Ramos has been around since like '05. People
Oh
forget
five.
like, this guy back in Sevilla days.
All
This
back.
guy's been around, dude. He's putting in work for Sevilla right now at like 38. He
But
scored. He scored in the
you
Champions
know
League
what's
game
funny?
this week.
Last year when we played him in the round of 16,
He was the best PSG player.
I'm like, bro,
100%, bro.
I'm
That guy
like,
was a monster.
I'm like, where did this guy come from, bro? Like,
Bro,
he was
like
all
this,
over us,
dude,
man.
this piece of shit, bro. I swear he likes showing up only against Bayern too.
That's
When he
what
comes
I'm
up against,
saying.
bro, this guy Ramos, man, yeah. I mean, people will bring up the yellow cards and red cards. Bro, he's one of the great. Like he, he is one of the only defenders from like 2010 after that could chat to these old school defenders of
Yeah,
improved.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because even now, right? Let me tell you something. Now I look at someone like a Ruben Diaz and I compare him to Ramos.
It's not the same, man.
Ruben Diaz is nowhere near. Like I hate when Premier League fans say, "Oh, Ruben Diaz is better than." He's nowhere near him. He's nowhere near him. I watch center back. I watch defending. I know what I'm talking about. Nowhere
Or
near.
don't get me started on the Arsenal fans that talk about Saliba.
Who is Saliba?
Uh,
Who is Saliba compared to Ramos? Who is Saliba? Bro, Ramos is old school, traditional. Oh, this guy.
because, bro, he is. You know why? Because he started in like 04, 05.
Oh five. Yeah,
He learned from the OGs.
yeah. The guy. Oh my goodness,
Yeah. So yeah,
man.
one of the greatest. I agree. Now, out of the rest of these center backs, there's one guy I think that could go into one of the greatest, but there's something holding him back.
Who? What?
Terry. England
Terry.
career is holding John Terry back.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's why I think the rest of these center backs, I think, go into the legendary category. But Terry and Rio, if they could have done something with England, man, they could be one of the greatest center backs in the greatest conversation for the 21st century. But
I,
bro,
I'll
the failures for England, I can't ignore. I can't ignore the
yeah.
failures for England, man.
I'll put Puyo on top player. You know why
Now,
I'm saying
let me
this,
think
right?
about this. Let me think about this.
Do you know Puyo was part of the '06 Champions League final against Arsenal?
Yeah,
He was part of it. And then he was also part of the time when they lost to Liverpool in '06, '07. Part of the Bayern 7-0. He was part of what else was he part of? Um he was also part of the 2012
Chelsea,
Chelsea. Yeah, yeah. So
Puyol.
yeah.
By the way, I forgot Sol Campbell is top player also. I don't think you could put him as like
I
outside
haven't
of
watched.
yeah, but like if you think of just the resume too,
Yeah,
outside of Invincible season, like what really is there? You know what I mean?
right.
Um Rio, so Rio and Terry going legendary. You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Vidic legendary. I mean, Vidic was one of these old school, like one of the last old school defenders that we were just talking
Old
about.
school. Yeah, yeah.
Legendary, and then I'm struggling to put Puyol in top player because
Top player.
I
Put him
think
top.
it's disrespectful to put him the same level as PK, bro. I don't know.
No, no, but he's been in disappointments just like PK. But I will say that he was Barcelona's best center back in the full 21st century, basically.
Yeah, under
because
Pep, he was the best center back under that Pep
Mhm,
era.
mhm.
That's why I think you have to put him at legendary because that Pep team accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't one of these players that was bought like because a lot of that Barca team they weren't brought in for millions and millions of like euros. I think you have to because of that. I think you have to put him in legendary. I think you do.
Okay.
Um, now let's go to DM. So we have Seedorf here,
Mhm.
DM. Who's next? Let me see. SEN. Oh, SEN. I have thoughts about SEN. Lampard is more box to box. We won't put Lampard and the Contes and Gerrards will be their own little category. Gattuso. I saw Gattuso somewhere here. Oh, Makalele. Yep, Makalele. Wait, that's not Makalele. Sorry, that's two. Oh, that's is that Lilian? Is that Lilian Thuram?
I think so.
Okay, I think he
Yeah.
was fullback. I think you put him in top players. He's not a legendary
Yeah.
fullback in my opinion. No, no, no. Gattuso. You have we said we're classifying
But
Zanetti as
I
a
ain't gonna lie,
DM.
his son is balling, bro. His son is balling.
Yeah, Marcus. Marcus is yeah,
Yeah.
Marcus. He probably won't be as good as his dad, like legend wise, but yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. Any more DMs I'm missing? Cruz not a DM. Oh, Jabi Alonso, obviously. And now Yaya box to box or DM. I think I always saw him as a box to box.
He's box to box.
Box to
Yeah.
box. Oh, and then
Box.
Busquets right here. Busquets. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. We have our Roy Keane's Roy Keane DM or Roy Keane as a
Yeah. I haven't watched him personally, so
honestly, I'm struggling to remember if he was a DM or let's take Roy Keane and DM. I think he counted as he was more of a DM.
yeah.
Patrick Vieira was also a DM.
At DM. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me double check that. But okay. I think before I check that, I think first of all, we could dump Gattuso into top players
Top
category.
player. Yeah.
And I think Zanetti, he has a treble, but Argentina, he was in good Argentina teams, dude.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
didn't do anything. I think we could stick him in top players, although he was, which sucks because he was really good, but I think we could stick him in top players.
Hmm.
And I think Xabi Alonso was also a guy we could stick in top players because he do you agree with that? I don't think he was ever one of the best DMs in the world. I think he couldn't get into that. I mean, he started the World Cup final, but I always thought Busquets was better than him. Top player or legendary for Xabi Alonso?
Legendary.
I think yeah, you can put him legendary.
Yeah. Legendary.
Yeah. Roy Keane, what he did for United captain, all
Hmm.
the Premier Leagues. Legend. I don't think you could put him as greatest, but legendary or top player.
I'm gonna say actually, I haven't watched him, so I'll be honest for Ricky.
Okay. I think from just what he's accomplished, I think you have to put him in legendary player. Now,
Okay.
did you watch a lot of Essien?
I did.
Me too. The problem with Essien, you can't really hold. Can you hold Ghana against him?
Yes, you can.
You can.
Because 2008, that AFCON was in Ghana, so I'm gonna hold him. I'm gonna hold him accountable. I'm sorry. I have to, man. I have to. I have to. And I'm gonna hold him accountable for also getting injured at the wrong time in the 2010 World Cup. Because I'm pretty sure if Ghana had ACN in that 2010 World Cup, we would have had a chance to actually get to a semis too.
That was a big miss.
Yeah,
That was a big miss, man.
yeah. Because look
I'm
who
gonna
we
let you. I'm gonna let you decide on Essien. So legendary or top
for
player
me.
then.
For me, I'm gonna say this. I think he was a good player, but personally for me, I think you're gonna put him in top player.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I will say this about SEN. Um, has he won a Champions League? That's a question too, bro.
Was he in the Chelsea 2012?
Was he?
Was he? Let me check. Essien.
Oh yeah. He was injured. Yeah. That's true. He was injured, but he still won it.
He would have, yeah. So he would have started in that final 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember he would have started. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
because
man.
he was like 31 ish.
Ish.
No, he
Yeah.
was like he was like 20. He was in his prime still.
Yeah. But after that season, he went to Real Madrid.
And it wasn't good. He didn't have a good time at
Yeah.
Real Madrid. He did
He
not have.
played as a center back for Mourinho, I think.
Yeah, he didn't have a good time there.
Yeah.
Okay, top players. I'll judge you. I'll trust you on that. And Makalele, I think cool, but I don't think he's a legend. I don't think you could put him in legendary either. A lot of these DMs that are on this list, I think, are just top players.
I haven't watched Makalele, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, let's put him in top players then. And then I think okay, someone who's missing as an honorable mention here is Casemiro, but
Oh
I
my
think
goodness.
what?
Oh, I'm like, what the?
Yeah,
Where is he?
Casemiro.
That's what I was saying. I was like, where is he?
Unless I missed him. Hold on, let me double check. But I didn't see Casemiro here. No, he's not in this list.
That is crazy, bro.
But honorable mention, I would probably put Casemiro in one of the greatest, or would you put him in as the greatest DM? Say he was, because I think because he's not, I think Busquets has to go in greatest DM.
Sorry, man. Busquets has to be one of the greatest in their positions, not greatest in their positions.
That's saying if okay,
Mhm.
so who is the GOAT DM then? Who is the GOAT DM then?
For me personally, the gold DM for me has to be Casemiro.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so if Casemiro was on this list, you put him in you put Busquets in one of the greatest and you put Casemiro as greatest.
Yeah.
Okay, but because he's not in this list, we have to have a greatest DM though. So we're fine with putting Busquets as the greatest DM because Casemiro is not on this list. Because people will say, okay, but Busquets was a way better technical player than Casemiro. But here's the thing, bro. I don't need technicians as my DM. I need tackling. I need positioning. I need IQ. I need work rate.
Mhm.
Being a technique, having technique and having all this close control and great passing, cool. That's what Busquets had. But when it comes to reading the game, breaking up play, tackling, work rate, like energy, impact, bro, Casemiro was locking up Messi in his prime years. So if Casemiro was on this list, I would put Casemiro as the greatest. The only thing though that goes against Casemiro is his Brazil career. But still, I do think when you're when you're thinking about what I'm asking from a DM, Casemiro hits more boxes than Busquets does. That's my take.
Can we put Javi Martinez there?
No, I don't. But I know Bayern fans know of him a lot, but he hasn't done as much to be called a legendary player.
Do you know Javi Martinez? Javi Martinez was part of the 2010 Spain World Cup
But he
squad. You
wasn't
know
a
that, right?
starter. He was a bench player. I don't
No,
think
but
he.
he won. He won the World Cup. And also he won a treble with Bayern. Let's be honest. We have to put
But the
him there.
thing is, okay, honorable mention to Javi Martinez, but the longevity goes against him because he didn't have a very long prime.
Prime. Oh, I
He
see
didn't.
what you said.
He didn't have a very. He wasn't at the top for a long time.
Yeah.
But if Javi Martinez was in this list, I'd be teetering between legendary and top player, to be honest. I think you would probably have. What would you have him as?
Um,
By the way, I'm putting Vieira as legendary player
uh,
and Seedorf also as legendary player. I think that's both.
legendary.
You would put Javi Martinez as legendary?
Yeah.
That's fair because I do think he's underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I do think his injuries held him back.
Yeah.
And he's kind of we're gonna get to David Silva also, Javi Alonso we talked about. He's kind of unfortunate to be born in such a talented midfield generation for Spain.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, bro.
Hype them.
Javi Alonso, Javi Martinez, David Silva,
Mm-hmm.
bro, these guys get into a lot of the greatest national like these guys were definitely good enough to play for Spain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets as the three were established and played so well together that those guys never really got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would think I would agree. Javi Martinez as legendary player. Okay. Let's get to from DM, let's go to like our center mids and box to box players. I think that's gonna be a lot of players here. So Fabregas, we got Lampard,
Waste.
Fabregas, Forlan, no, not Dago, no. Hazard, no. Conte goes. We're gonna analyze Conte right now. We're gonna analyze.
I consider Conte as a DM.
Okay, I agree with you a lot. The reason I didn't say is because every time I say Conte's a DM, people say, no, he's a box to box. But for me, he was never a box to box. Bro, how can you be a box to box means you have to have defensive
And attacking prowess.
and Conte, sure, once in a while he would score a random good goal, but Conte was known for what was he known for? He was known for breaking up his play, his tackling. He was known for his defensive work. So, okay, let's talk about Conte now for the DMs because now things get interesting. I think Conte goes in one of the greatest.
Yeah.
And I don't get why people try to be football hipsters when I say, "Oh, Conte was a DM." No, he was a box to box. No, he wasn't. Conte was a DM. He was known for his defensive work, breaking up play, tracking players, tackling, just being everywhere on the field. He was not known for his attacking, his passing, his dribbling. So I hate that people classify him as box to box. I hate that. So I'm glad we agree about that. He's DM. He goes in as one of the greatest. I'm glad we agree on that. Okay, now let's get to the box to box and send. Okay, Gerard goes into the people we're talking about. Not Ozil, he's attacking man. Scholes goes into this list of players. Who else? Oh, Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger goes into this list. Oh wait, Thiago Silva is on this list. He's right here.
Oh,
What do we put?
top
Thiago
player.
Silva. Yeah, bro. No Brazil career and no Champions League. If he has a Champions League, he gets a legendary. And if he has a Brazil career, he's one of the
Actually, he
greatest.
has a Champions League. Too cool.
Oh fuck, bro!
Yeah.
I forgot.
He has a Champions League.
So are
You could
still
put him a
saying that?
legendary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But if he had a Brazil career, one of the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bro,
one of the greatest.
he's underrated. He's underrated, man. He's underrated.
Yeah.
Okay, Cruz also goes into this list, and I'm looking for Xavi. Where is he? Oh, there he is. And Yaya Toure.
Xavi's a DM. Oh
DM
no,
or
he's a
like
box to box. Yeah,
box to
sorry.
box, like deep line playmaker. Also, are
Yeah.
we classifying Zidane as attacking mid or midfielder?
Attacking mid.
Okay, so we'll get to him after. I'm not missing anyone else here. Ballack was more of an attacking mid. He was more of an attacking mid.
Wasteman.
Second place merchant, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it. So we already have Modric as our GOAT center midfielder. We already have Iniesta in one of the greatest. Who are players? Okay, so out of Lampard, Fabregas, Yaya, Xavi, Cruz, Schweinsteiger, Gerrard, and Scholes, who goes into top players? Do you think any of these players goes into the top players? I think there's one.
So I'm gonna do it like this: Fabregas, Yaya, Schweinsteiger, yeah, and Gerrard for top players.
I'm gonna ignore the third name you just said. I'm gonna ignore the third name, bro. What do you
What's the
mean?
third name that?
Schweinsteiger isn't legendary,
But what did he do in United?
bro. Who cares?
What
He
did
was
he do?
finished. He was
And
finished.
he's just a side piece. You have to understand there's certain players they're side
No,
pieces.
no, 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 no.
There's
Come on,
certain
bro.
players that they're not side
Schweinsteiger
pieces.
was not a side piece. Come on, man. How are you saying that?
I'm just saying, man, side piece players, man. Come on. But yeah, it was important. He was important to the Bayern team, but he's not a legend. He's a side piece.
I am not agreeing with that. I am putting him. He's not one of the greatest. I'm
But he's a
putting him
legend.
up here. I'm putting him up here. I don't care. I'm initiating dictatorship again. And you said Fabregas. You said Fabregas. Fabregas. Okay, so Fabregas has a Euros.
Hmm.
He doesn't have a World Cup. He doesn't have a Champions League.
He has a World Cup 2010.
Oh, he does. Yeah, but he was a
Yeah,
side piece. He was a side piece.
yeah.
He has a Premier League. He has a Champions League final with Arsenal. I think you're
No, he
right. Top
doesn't. He
player.
doesn't have a Champions League final with Arsenal.
Yeah, he does. He was in the 06 Arsenal team.
He lost.
No, I'm saying he
He
got to the
lost.
final. I know, I'm saying he got to the final.
He
Yeah,
got a final. Oh, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's true.
I think you're right on top player. Him and PK right here at top player.
Yeah,
Now,
Toure.
yeah, I put Yaya Toure down here.
Toni
Lampard.
Kroos has to be GOAT. Toni Kroos has to be GOAT.
Okay, hold on. We'll get to
Lampard is greatest in their positions.
yeah,
I'll be
bro.
honest.
Lampard was one of the, like I was a Bayern, like I got into Bayern, Schweinsteiger, but Lampard was one of these guys I always liked when I was a kid. This guy, goals, box to box, defensive work rate. He's underrated, I think, because of his failures as England. I think he was so good, he kind of trumps that England failure, if I'm being honest with you. Like we could kind of ignore that, or do we not?
Mm-hmm.
Then how about Scholes?
Scholes greatest in their positions.
Okay, good. I agree. I agree. I think Scholes was one of the English players that was good enough to play for like Barcelona, peak Barcelona, I think. Under Pep.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Scholes could have fit into that perfectly. So, okay, wait,
yeah.
then where are you putting Xavi?
One of
Yeah,
the greatest
you have
positions.
to
Yeah,
give it to him. You have to give it to him. You have to.
yeah.
But you're saying Tony Cruz GOAT?
Yep, yep.
First of all,
I'll tell you why.
we're not doing that.
I'll tell you why.
Okay, we're not doing that, but Core, if you're saying that, are you saying that
Mhm.
he should be in greatest of their position over Modric?
Yes.
Why?
You see, Toni Kroos, right? He's a one of a kind midfielder.
100%.
You can never get someone like someone who can score, someone who can pass the ball, someone who can, you know, off the ball movement is amazing. The way his free kicks too are amazing too. Set pieces are amazing. You will
His
never get that
IQ,
type of
he's
midfielder.
very smart. He doesn't
His
get enough
IQ
credit.
too is
Yeah.
very smart player. IQ is really good. Tony Kroos is one of a kind. I think, and I think that's the biggest regret, that he left Bayern in 2012 to go to Real Madrid.
No,
And
2014. 2014.
2014.
So he had the
Yes, he
Champions League
left
with
Bayern in
Bayern.
2014.
He was injured. That's why he didn't play in the final. He would have played in that final.
Yeah. So, in the 2012-13 final.
Yeah, he would
Yes,
have
you're
played in
right.
that final, but he got injured.
Injured, yeah. Um, and yeah, it just showed, even the World Cup with Germany in 2014, like you just see that, that type of player, I say, is better than Schweinsteiger, to be honest. Schweinsteiger is good, but he's not.
But in
He's
that
a
World
side
Cup,
piece to
in that
Tony
World,
Kroos.
no, I don't know, bro. I don't agree because Tony Kroos was quite literally the side piece for Schweinsteiger in that World Cup, though. Like Schweinsteiger was the nailed on guy, nailed on starter. Because obviously Schweinsteiger was older at the time, but
Mhm.
I don't agree. I don't agree with Schweinsteiger being the side piece to Kroos. I don't agree with that. But I do agree. I would agree with you though that Kroos has surpassed Schweinsteiger. So you are comfortable putting Kroos above Modric in the greatest of their position, and we move Modric down. Because I'm not too comfortable with that. I don't know.
Put Modric and greatest in their positions. Put both of them in greatest in their positions.
Modric. So who's the GOAT midfielder then?
Yeah. For me, both of them are. Both of them are.
Yeah, because you know what? I think you could do that because they're not the similar profile. They have different roles in
Yeah.
midfield. I think when you're thinking about this,
Yeah.
Xavi and Cruz were similar profiles to each other, and Iniesta, Modric were similar profiles to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable doing that. I'm comfortable putting Cruz there with those guys. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that 100%. Okay. I think that's good. So after okay, let's get to like attacking mids. David Silva, De Bruyne, Deco. I
Garbage.
think put we
Garbage
could
disposal.
Del Piero. He's more of a
Garbage
striker center
disposal.
forward. He's not
Garbage disposal.
Bergkamp. More of a strike. Forlan is an
Garbage
attacking mid.
disposal.
Forlan is garbage disposal. Come on,
Yes, he is.
Riquelme,
Forlan is garbage disposal.
Kaká. Yeah, if we're talking about his whole career, you're right. Like he's not. He shouldn't really even be on this list. If we're talking about his whole career, Ozil, Royce, Ballack, Raul. No, Raul's like a center forward, goal scorer, striker. Can't put him there. Zidane. We said we're classifying Zidane as attacking mid. Wesley Schneider, Thomas Muller. Although Thomas Muller wasn't a tennis whole career, but I think in the overall context of what his role has been his entire career, I think I'm comfortable putting him as like a 10 style player. I'm comfortable putting Thomas Muller there. Yeah, okay, there it is. Who is it? I can't tell who that player is, but okay, here we are. So who are you saying was garbage? Okay, so Royce, we can't put him. He's not a legend.
Yeah.
Riquelme is not a legend. Forlan is not a legend.
You can put Thomas Muller in legendary.
Yes. We'll put him there. Deco, not a legend. I don't care what anyone says. I'm sorry. Deco's not a legend. Ballack is a second place merchant. You can't be put in as a legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Now we could get to the attack. De Bruyne. You said De Bruyne.
Garbage disposal. He's a waste of space and time, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest.
I can't do that, bro. I have to put De Bruyne at like the bottom of legendary. I can't do that to him, bro. So wait, Thomas Muller, not one of the greatest, but legendary.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Now, Schneider, here's the interesting thing about Schneider. His kind of like 4-year peak was
Mhm.
very good.
Yeah.
2010, like 2010 to 2014, he was serious. Bro, 2010, you could arguably say Schneider was the best player at the 2010 World Cup.
Mhm.
But you didn't actually win the World Cup. You got to a final, you got to a semi. Sure, you got a treble, and he was one of the key players, but I think Schneider at the end of the day just falls into legendary.
Yeah.
If he
Legendary.
won that World Cup, obviously you could put him as one of the greatest. But he didn't really show up in that World Cup final either. He was good throughout the tournament, but he kind of ghosted in the World Cup final. I won't lie. He didn't ghost, but he didn't have a strong game. He didn't have a strong game in that World Cup final.
Yeah.
He didn't. He didn't. Now,
David Silva, garbage disposal, please.
okay, no, of course, stop.
Yes, yes,
Of course, stop,
yes,
please, bro.
yes,
This
yes.
guy, no,
Garbage disposal.
bro. He's no, Core. I have to do dictatorship
What
again.
what has he done? What has he done for
Okay,
City?
I know, like I
What
will
has
put
he
him in top players. I will put him in top players because he never won that Champions League with City. I'll put him there. But he wasn't in the Spain 2010 World Cup. He was an important player for the Spain Euros team, but at the same time, his Champions League career is terrible too. Like David Silva as a player is good. His first touch, his close control, his tight ability in tight spaces, his creativity. But when it comes to achievements, and we're not just going to talk when it comes to
Um,
achievements in the Champions League, bro. Can you name me a David Silva iconic Champions League performance?
I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. Um, David Silva is top tier garbage disposal.
All right, we
Waste of
got your
space and
opinion.
time.
How about Kaká?
Kaka,
Legendary, right?
yeah, legendary. Yeah,
Although he could be better if his Brazil career was. I mean,
was good. Yeah,
he has a World Cup in 02, but he wasn't a main guy. He wasn't a main guy. He wasn't a main guy in that
yeah.
World Cup team. He wasn't. Um. Okay. So when we're talking about the pure number 10, Zidane and okay, let's get to Ozil first, bro. I'm putting Ozil as one of the greatest.
Mm, put him as one of the greatest. Yes, one of the greatest.
Bro, he is. I know. People say De Bruyne. De Bruyne isn't really even a 10 anymore, but
Yeah,
Ozil is like the last true 10. He's like the really truly like
10.
the
Yeah.
last true 10, man.
Hmm.
And I think Zidane, goat attacking mid. Are we putting Zidane at the goat?
Mm.
World Cup, Euros, Champions League, World Cup final goal, Champions League final goal.
Goat, yes. Goat, goat,
Yeah,
goat,
I
goat.
mean, come on. Now, I do have a bone to pick with people saying he should be considered one of the greatest players of all time. I don't think his consistency was ever there because he was not a consistent player. If you look back into his career, he likes the big games, don't get me wrong. Like that quarterfinal performance against Brazil in '06, wow. But when it comes to consistency, a guy you need for the league titles, you do not want Zidane on your team. You don't want Zidane on your team if you're trying to win league titles. That's something that kind of goes against them,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So, okay, we got that done. We're almost done with this list. Finally getting to the end. Let's go for the wingers. I think I'm classifying Mbappe as a winger. Salah, uh Thierry Henry striker, no. Oh, dude, we forgot about Van Dijk, but Van Dijk is he's not a legend. No. Van Dijk's not a legend. Or what do you think? Is Van Dijk a legend?
Garbage disposal.
You hater, bro.
You
Corey,
lived
you're
off
such a
one
hater.
season.
Corey, you're such a
Yeah.
hater. You're such a
You
hater.
lived off one season.
Ribery's a winger. Ronaldinho, Hazard. I'm putting Ronaldo as a winger. Most of his career was a winger. I don't care what anyone says. Neymar, Pedro, Nedved was a left midfielder. Oh my god, there's a lot. I didn't realize there's so many in this list. I think that's all of them. Okay, boom. So we have in terms of the right-sided midfielders, right-sided wingers, we have Robin as our GOAT in that position. Now, I'm kind of shocked he's not in this list, but shout out to Bale. I would
Yeah.
put Bale
Yeah.
in one of the greatest
Yeah.
if he was on this list.
Definitely.
I don't
He's
know
a
how this
GOAT.
guy
He's
made.
a GOAT.
How do you have
He's a
Mbappe but
GOAT.
not Bale? That's kind of weird. Whoever made this list, but whatever. Now, I think Nedved, cool. Your Ballon d'Or doesn't really mean anything to me. He's not a legend. What do you think?
Ribery, right?
No, Nedved. I put Nedved in top players. He's not a legend in my opinion.
No, he's not. Garbage disposal.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Why is Cavani here? Get
Waste of
Cavani.
time, waste of space, waste of everything.
Corey, you're too harsh, man. You're too harsh. I think Mbappe, bro, his club career so far is very disappointing.
He's another garbage disposal player. Sorry about that.
Cool. I like your
invisible
World Cup. I like your World Cup performance, but dude, his club career is terrible so far.
Terrible. Yeah.
I think Pedro we could also put in top players, right? He's not a legend.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now wait, are we putting Xavi? No, are we putting David Villa as a left winger or a striker? I think we will save him for strikers.
Striker. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now these are all these players are interesting. I think Ronaldo's the GOAT left-sided attacker, right? Come on. Let's just get that out of the way, right?
GOAT. No, actually, not GOAT. One of the greatest in their positions.
He's not the GOAT left winger. Corey, he's the GOAT left winger. Come on. Or are you putting?
He's
Are
one
you
of the
putting?
greatest. No,
Are you putting
no,
Ribery? Are
no,
you putting
no,
Ribery ahead of? Okay, so who's the GOAT left? Who?
You said what?
Who's the GOAT left winger?
You said what?
Ribery. I'm saying
Ribery.
if you're Ribery, I can't, dude. I can't do
Yeah,
that. I mean,
Ribery.
I love Ribery, but I can't do that. I can't do that. Ronaldo's Mr. Champions League, bro. Like at the end, he has a shit international career, but we can't disrespect him like that. I'll put Ribery as one of the greatest in his position, but I can't put him as the GOAT left mid because his France career isn't the best. He has one Champions League. Sure, he was robbed of a Ballon d'Or, but Ronaldo was more big moments, more consistent. Didn't get as injured as Ribery. Remember, Ribery for a while was so annoying with his injuries at Bayern. So annoying. Neymar should be Neymar. Okay, now if we're being real core, Neymar should be the GOAT left winger. He should be, but he didn't live up to his potential. I think he's just legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Hazard? I think Hazard is just no. You know what? Hazard top player or legendary player because he failed with the Belgium goaling generation.
Garbage disposal.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he technically has a Champions League with Madrid, but
by eating Burger King, he has a Champions League with.
he didn't do jack to get that Champions League.
All he was doing was eating McD's and Burger King, and that's it. And that's.
Oh my God, Hazard! Oh my God, this guy. Now, Ronaldinho.
GOAT. GOAT.
No. GOAT. Bro, GOAT, he wasn't consistent. He had like 3 good years. How are you putting him at GOAT?
The reason why I'm putting him at GOAT is because he was a one-man army winning that Champions League in 2006. Something no one else could do. All right. He had to carry Barcelona in 06 and win them the Champions League. So he has to be GOAT.
I can't agree with that, man, because he wasn't like the main guy at a World Cup. He wasn't the main guy for the World Cup in 02. Like, you could
I
put him
know.
as one of the greatest, but, bro, I don't
Mhm.
know about GOAT. Honestly, I don't know about GOAT.
The reason to win the Champions League for your team, um, it's and be the only player to take your team through. That shows a lot. I'm sorry, but he has either he's GOAT or he's one of the greatest in their positions.
Okay, yeah, I put him in one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Okay, and Salah has to give me an AFCON to be put in one of the
Top
greatest.
players. Top players. Top players.
Yeah, Salah
Garbage
needs
disposal.
Salah needs to give me an AFCON for me to take him
Mhm,
serious. Now,
mhm.
to shorten this list up, I'm going to put some players and top player here. So Milito, top player, not taking him serious. Fernando Torres, he had a good prime, but he's a top player.
Mhm.
Are we putting Drogba's top player, right? Drogba's a top player. He's not a legend.
Yes.
Because he no AFCON, are you serious?
Yeah.
No, AFCON is bad.
Yeah.
Inzaghi is a top player.
hmm
Kane for now is a top player, hasn't won shit.
No. Kane
Yeah.
has to be one of the greatest in their positions. Let's be
No,
honest.
Corey, he has no
Yes.
trophies, bro. Core
No.
stop.
No.
Core. No, no, no,
Either
no.
one of the greatest or greatest in their positions.
Core
There's
stop.
no way. There is no way Kane is garbage disposal. This guy has done so much for Real
Core, where are
Madrid.
his trophies? No, Core. Okay,
His
once he
trophies
gets
are the three.
Core, once he gets him, once we get his Bundesliga, and if he wins the Champions League, now we're talking. But not until he wins something serious, man. I can't. Okay, wait, hold on. We forgot a winger, Figo. I think Figo is just a legendary. Is Figo one of the greatest, or is he just legendary?
Legendary.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Crespo, I think you could put in top players. Klose, he's a top player. He's not a legend because his club career was whack.
Yeah.
Ryan Giggs, I mean, people only rate him because of his longevity. I'm just shortening up one of a bunch. Van Nistelrooy, I think that's Van Nistelrooy. He's only a top player. He's not a legend. Let me know if you disagree with these. I'm going quick fire on some of the waste man.
Okay.
Cavani top player, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Raul,
Aguero.
put him in here.
Yeah.
Zlatan, what were we saying? What are we saying about
Yes.
Zlatan?
Yes.
Yes to what?
Garbage
Top
disposal.
player? Okay.
Garbage disposal.
No Champions League, yeah. Totti, we put him in
Garbage
here.
disposal. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just wasting time, wasting people's precious time.
Shevchenko.
Garbage disposal.
Yeah. I can't believe that guy's a Ballon d'Or, bro. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I think Rooney,
Uh,
United's top goal scorer, champ. He has a Champions
legendary
League.
player.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because Rooney's one of my favorite players. Okay, we got rid of to end the stream. We have a good crop of players here to have a serious conversation about. All right, so let's start with Del Piero.
He's a top player. Garbage disposal. Sorry, man.
I don't know, man. If you ask Italians, he's one of the best Italians of all time.
You're talking about Pirlo, right?
No. I'm talking about Del Piero. I already rated Pirlo in the beginning. I put Pirlo in
No.
legendary.
Del Piero is garbage disposal.
Oh, core. No, come
Sorry.
on. Why? Why are you
Waste
doing
of
that?
precious time. Waste
Why
of
are you
precious.
doing? Why are you doing that?
I'm
Why are you doing
sorry.
that?
Sorry.
What do you have against him? What do you have against him?
What does he achieve club wise? What does he achieve
He
World
has
Cup?
a Champions League with Juventus, right? I'm pretty sure he does.
What is the Champions League? Because
Hold on, let me see. Del Piero. Let me look at this real quick because I'm pretty sure he has a Champions League. Okay, well, first of all, he has the World Cup. Are you not rating the World Cup? Yeah, and he has the Champions League with Juventus. That's their only Champions League. So are you
Mhm.
not giving him? Are you not giving him Dod winning Juventus's only Champions League? I
Hello.
think. Yeah, can you? Are you not giving him Dod for winning only Juventus's only Champions League?
Um, who? Del Piero or who?
Del Piero, Del Piero.
Yeah, come on, man. Garbage disposal, man.
Nah, I'll put him in. I'll put him in bottom of legendary. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna say David Villa's garbage disposal then.
Yes, he is. He always has been. I mean, it's not
I will say,
anything.
I mean, he hasn't done enough to be a legend. I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
Bergkamp, I think he goes into top player.
Yes, garbage disposal.
Like he was a great footballer, but bro, where are the achievements? You know what I mean? Wait, was Bergkamp part of that Ajax team? Wait, was Bergkamp part of that Ajax team that won the Champions League though? I don't think he was, but let me just double check.
Yeah, you can double check.
Okay, but while I'm looking at this, how about Suarez? I think Suarez, I've saved the GOAT striker spot. So there's three strikers. I mean, who out of these is the GOAT striker that's left? We have Griezmann, Suarez, Raul, Lewandowski, R9, Eto, Thierry Henry, Van Persie.
Eto.
Core, is that the African in you talking?
No, I'm being factual. Eto is better than all of them, aside from Benzema. He's in the same category as Benzema.
Eto.
hmm
Okay, I agree with that because I put Benzema as one of the greatest.
hmm
Oh no, I
Then
put Benzema in legendary.
mhm.
I would put Eto as one of the greatest, higher than Benzema.
put Benzema in one of the greatest in their positions, and yeah, one of the greatest in their positions, Benzema.
Ah, okay, yeah, I think I was harsh on Benzema. You're right. You're right.
hmm
So then Griezmann,
Garbage
I
disposal. Sorry, Dizzy.
no.
Yes, yes. He's a side piece. He's a side piece. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
okay, he's not a side like okay, you can acknowledge he's playing amazing right now, right? He's playing amazing. But
Mm-hmm.
no Champions League. No Champions League. I think if he
The
wins the
Champions
Champions
League,
League,
yeah.
he becomes a legendary player. I
hmm
think if he wins a Champions League. Oh, by the way, are we putting Neymar in legendary or one of the greatest? One of the No. We said he
Garbage
failed.
disposal. Garbage disposal.
Nah, okay. You're being a hater. You're being a hater. Van
No, I'm not
Persie,
being hater. I'm being
Van,
honest.
Van Persie, legendary or top player?
Garbage disposal.
Yeah, I mean, he great striker, but he's not in legend yet. Well, I mean, he doesn't have a chance. I mean, he's retired. So, how about Henri? Henri's finals record is terrible, by the way. I think he's just legendary.
Legendary. Yeah, legendary.
And he was never really the main guy for France. He was never really the main guy for France. So, are we saying I'm thinking you're putting Lewandowski in legendary, not one of the greatest?
One of the greatest. No. Legendary. Legendary. Sorry, legendary.
I could agree. I mean, Why don't you say one of the greatest and one of the greatest strikers? Why don't you say that?
The reason why I don't say one of the greatest strikers is he's had so many down moments, games where he's supposed to pick us up and he's nowhere to be found. So that's why I'll say that. And the talking is too much. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Okay. Raul is just legendary. He's not one of the
Yeah.
greatest.
Yeah. Messi's
Okay.
GOAT. Messi's GOAT.
Okay, there we go. That's the only reason I was saving GOAT, because that spot is literally for Messi. So we don't even need to go in depth on that. Like, we know why. So now here it is. Who's the GOAT striker of the 21st century? R9 or Suarez?
Suarez. Suarez.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I
He
agree.
has
I
more
agree.
in his locker than R9.
I agree. Suarez right here. And R9 goes into one of the greatest. Bro, he never won a Champions League. Like, that's crazy for a guy of his caliber. Like, he carried the World Cup, 2 World Cups in a row, 98 and 02. He carried, but to not have a Champions League is pretty crazy in my opinion. I mean, injuries derailed him, but it's that's how life goes. Life isn't fair. So this is wow. We went through all the players. Messi's the GOAT. We have Neuer, Cruz, Modric, Robin, Ronaldo, Ashley Cole, Philip
Sorry.
Lahm, Maldini, Zidane, Busquets, and Suarez as greatest in their positions. You know what? I think we could put one more center back in greatest, because a team usually has 2 center backs. Who would you put? Would you put Nesta, Ramos? Who would you put, Nesta or Ramos, next to Maldini, if we were making this a team?
Ramos.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. Ramos.
Pepe is also one of the greatest in their positions.
Yeah. It was weird. This this list didn't have Pepe, Bale, Boateng. Yeah, they missed out on some guys, but they still had a lot. So this is the final, huh? GOAT. Let me just scroll down slowly. And yeah, we got a bunch of garbage. According to you, garbage disposal.
Yeah, I'll recycle them next week too. So just letting you know.
Oh my god, Corey, you're a hater, bro. You're such a hater, bro. Well, bro, damn, we went through all that. I'm pretty happy with that list. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, this is a good list.
I'm pretty
You
happy.
could put Avra. Avra too is also another mention.
Who?
Patrice Avra.
Corey, are you shitting me right now?
Wow.
Patrice Evra?
Yeah.
Come on. Of course, stop lying to me right now. You're lying to me right now.
Or do you want Bosingwa? Yo, that's crazy.
Corey,
No,
give
but
me,
Bosingwa did
Corey,
well.
give me a Betty Pele's 2 brethren over those guys. That's all.
Oh.
Give me the IU brothers over those bums. I'm sorry. Give me the IU brothers over those bums, those Ghanaian guys. Okay, well, I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this far when I get this into my channel, but Core, we're gonna do the post match for Union Berlin.
Yes, guys. So it's 9:30 a.m. tomorrow DMV time. I'll try to wake up. I know this is very late here around
Yeah, it's 3,
3:21.
bro. You need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go bed. I gotta be up in 6 hours for the game, yeah. All right,
Yeah.
so we'll try to do the post match.
Yes.
And if we don't, we'll just do it like the next day or something. I don't
The
know.
next day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Core.
All right.
Legend.
All right. See you guys. All right.
Later.
All right.